continue to hear from the PIT.
Matt, it's going to be, I think, a really important game for all these participants because both teams came so close last night, fought back.
For each team trying to establish itself here with a win in this event. First basket was scored by number 11 in the blue, Kobe Sanders. He hits another jumper here. He's got 2 off the bat. The Nevada guard, 6'8" from San Diego, and 2, just their ability to impact winning. As there's a steal on the run now, it's Ty Johnson. Up top, here's a three-pointer, and it's buried again by Kobe Sanders, who's had the touch early on. Off the bounce. It's going to be Kobe Sanders. He'll try a step-back 3. Scored the first points of the first quarter, and he scores the first points of the second quarter and does a little points for Norfolk Sports Club in that 7-point loss. They squandered an 11-point third-quarter lead in that game against Portsmouth Partnership as a jumper is buried again.
But,
So give the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament a follow on Twitter, which is now known more as X on the social media platforms. You can do that as well here as that basket is
invitation to the Chicago Combine, and if they're not getting there, they're hoping to get an invitation to a workout during this at an NBA facility. So if they're not,
world we live in,
it is, and we just wonder how far this is going to go before things get a little more structure to them, because right now, as it has been said over and over again.
But he's had an impact that's been similar in the sense of he's really producing and doing it with good efficiency numbers, and here he is with a corner 3 ball in rhythm, and he knocks it down. He's starting to impress.
It really is. He's having a great turn.
10 on the day. Sanders with a pull-up as he goes off the bounce, and I'll tell you what, he continues to sizzle out of here.
He really does. And he's my vote for the all-tournament team right now.
He's definitely. I think he's going to get an invite to Chicago potentially the way he's playing. No question about it. On the coffin.
I think the party's over.
Turn out the lights, as Dandy Don once said, although don't do that just yet. We're not off the air. We have more games coming. And there will be a foul with 49.5. Here it is again. Look at Sanders making something happen.
And Sanders bringing it across for the Wolfpack. Sanders trying to get all the way to the basket, could not finish, out of bounds, and it's Colorado State ball. Yes, feeds it down low to Love. Shot clock down to 3. Really good defense. Wow. Lake on Sanders. Sanders over Lake with the shot clock expiring. That was one of those plays. And Evans inside, altered by Love. Tyler Rollison flies the other way. Sanders transition 3. And the rebound to Clifford. Skill on the offensive end. If they had Trey Coleman and Daniel Foster, I think some of the struggles they had down the stretch would have been different. They lost. Sanders, step back is good for Kobe Sanders. So tough in there, Andrew, when you're that. And they still can't end the drought as Evans misses in tight. Interesting, and Nevada usually plays a slow tempo. They're pushing it. Sanders almost gave Nevada the lead. Offensive rebound to McBride. Look at this Colorado State team. 5-5 to start the season. As Sanders lays it in, and then what they have done since then.
To also support the sophomores in the starting lineup has made a huge difference.
Yeah, he said, look, he's had teams that have improved throughout the season as Sanders hits again, but he's never had them improve this much. He's a potential triple-double guy. He's got the ball here. Time winding down in the first half. Sanders a 3. No good. Rebound Bemba. 1 second to go. Lake hold up here in the second half.
Andrew, I don't think it gets you tonight. I think if they win, it'll start getting them hard tomorrow.
Okay. Sanders, no. And knocked out of bounds. It'll be Rams basketball. Nevada still looking for its first points of the second half. Sanders knocked out by Clifford. Sanders recovers. And out. Sanders, turnaround. Won't go down. Rebound to Jalen Crocker Johnson.
Of the year, now the defense is playing really strong.
Sanders right back inside, missed it. Davidson cleans it up. The first field goal of the second half for the Wolves.
Zone on the other end by Colorado State. Wide open.
Answer not there as Sanders misfires and Clifford with the...
You watch Utah State later, they play zone like 90% of the time.
Taking on UNLV when we're done with this one as Sanders hits from the outside. Just the third.
3 threes in the first 5 minutes and hasn't done anything since.
Scored. Sanders all the way, left-hand finish.
Wow, that's not good defense. Nico Medved not happy with their transition.
How is nothing called?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How can that be possible?
There has to be something.
That is impossible. Look at Nico Medved.
He pump faked the free throw ever for the Rams.
He is a playmaker, this kid.
Bemba to the ground. That leaves Sanders open, and he hits. And Steve Alford will use his final time. Makes them both. The 4.6 to go. Sanders puts up a three. No good. And Colin
leader in three-pointers made. Broke Justinian Jessup's career record the other night at San Diego State. And you're going to see Fresno State really ahead to Ducell out on the run. Ducell saves it. Sanders off the screen from Davidson. Tough rebound pulled down by Crawford. Price goes 1 of 2. Wolfpack go back to work. Sanders launches, long rebound off the foot. Fresno State is trailed by as many as 21. Wow.
Oh my goodness, what a finish, what a move, what a play.
But a 2-second difference game in shot clock. Kobe Sanders, open three. Back iron, no good.
He's around the rim. He's just always where the action is.
He's taking a game-high 8 free throws. Sanders, open three in the corner, and Kobe Sanders still struggling to get going. McBride, second chance. Back out to Sanders, pump fake, steps inside the arc, and a pretty step-through move, and the scoop shot was 9.
Hey, Crawford's got me fooled because, you know, every time I watch him play, maybe not fooled is not the right word. Nice shot right there. But Crawford just has a...
Couldn't wrestle it away from McBride, and that's a tall order. Now Sanders on the run, down the lane, too strong. McBride gets the rebound.
Actually had good leverage. Just a bad pass. Uh-oh, baseline drive.
Sanders, open three. Haven't gone down today for Kobe Sanders from down.
And he's rewarded with an open jumper.
Sanders with the ball now. You look at his box score, 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, making 9 points for Kobe Sanders. Yeah, he got honorable mention in the All Mountain West Awards, but I think Evans had a good argument to be one of the top 15 players in this conference. And that's Kobe Sanders' shot. That's an NBA bucket.
Better because of this, but, you know, there has been no lack of effort. Amunique, you see him on the ball there, and it's little things as a freshman that you're trying to learn and mature with.
Nick Boyd let Ducell get loose once. It wasn't going to happen twice.
Kobe Sanders, good score for this Nevada team from Cal Poly, but misses from the 8th start of his career. And the confidence he's playing with right now, you can see it. Over the course of this season, it has been an unbelievable upgrade as Sanders misses. Unbelievable. Rolliston's a good point guard, just trying to get through, and now with 5 seconds, nearly threw it away. Sanders has to launch from 35 feet, missed everything in a shot clock violation.
And I kind of like this right now. Nevada, Kobe Sanders going to get this basketball to relieve pressure for Rolliston. I don't know if I'd love that shot so early in the clock, but at the same time, they're going to have gets an easy look from the left 45.
Bird's got 8, and his second three as Sanders on the other side misses. And that's important. If Bird can get going with necessarily, that's why they found themselves in bubble situations, but it's also why they're the same team that has beaten Houston this year, has beaten Creighton this year. Kobe Sanders trying to spark something, can't do it. We love that too.
I love that more.
Speaking of love, lots to like about his game as Kobe Sanders gets to the bucket.
Kind of aggressive mindset when it comes to how he attacks his game.
Kobe Sanders answering with the bucket on the other end. So he's starting to heat up a little bit, and then even still losing a close game against New Mexico for Nevada. So they've dropped 4 in their last 5 down the stretch. They were in a lot of those games, and it's just unfortunate the way the season's unfolded for the Wolfpack. That's a nice bucket for Sanders.
You think they're going to talk about that in the locker room afterward?
A season high for Heide tonight, 14 points and 3 big ones. Kobe on the other side. You can hear the Heide chants.
They double team Sanders a lot, Carter. Take away the big guy. Averaging 29 points a game the last 3 games.
There's Sanders with Washington's hand in his face. Misses. Davidson keeps it alive. But Dent quickly in the nation in both blocks and steals for the 2nd straight year. And Sanders faces up on Washington. And there's Kobe Sanders' first bucket.
6'9", tough guy.
Now on Tuesday night, a chance for Richard Pitino to clinch the Mountain West Conference regular season title.
Right now, it's Pitino's world, Carter. We're just passing through it. Both guys, 26. Tough to concentrate there, Carter.
C.J. Nolan, the 6th man, terrific defender on Sanders. Sanders pops and hits. He has the hot hand. That's now 6 straight. New Mexico led by 8 early. Nevada's led by as many as 7. Sanders in the paint, get past Borovic and off the window. 8 points for Kobe Sanders.
Tremendous drive, guys, maybe, but then you let him just go one-on-one. Forget about it.
So do whatever it takes to get the ball out of his hand.
Definitely. They don't have the boxing one in their repertoire. Fine. Double them at times.
Joseph
go right to the rim.
Aggressive on the hedge again from Joseph. Davidson able to grab it. Sanders launches a 3. Rattles home on a shooter's touch for Kobe Sanders. Sanders has Joseph on him. So Sanders crosses over, steps back, missed it. Boarded by Milicevic. Of Jalen Lake of Colorado State as well walks in hatching. That's between Waco and Dallas for your Lone Star geography. Sanders hits. That is now 13 for Kobe Sanders. So out of the timeout, Sanders back to Rollison. A rest for both of these teams critical with 4.5 to go. Sanders on the baseline. Omsiel has the rebound. And he'll take it. Guarded by Nolan. Joseph edges out. So it's Sanders getting past Joseph to the rim. And it's a 1-point game. Sanders takes it right at Nelly Jr. Joseph Dent gets the 2nd. So 5.2. Nevada needs something in a hurry. Sanders crosses the timeline. Sanders leans in. Joseph has the rebound. And New Mexico clinches.
See how that works. Offensively, sometimes they struggle. We'll see that how that goes tonight at home.
Second possession for Nevada. Sanders off the mark at open 3, and the rebound underneath for Baylor. Well, during this last 5-game stretch, they've held their opponents under 60 points and under 40% shooting. Kobe Sanders in and out, and the rebound tracked down by Brooklyn Hicks.
The sets that they ran for him last year, a lot of pick and pop, pick and roll. Of course, Keenan Blackshear last year was such a great player in those sets, and there we see Sanders right now. This is a kid that has grown.
Match the season high. We've already had 7 lead changes in the opening 7 minutes. Sanders for 3.
Boy, it's fun watching him. Offensive board.
Early minutes for him to spell Cherry. Meanwhile, Davidson working with Sanders. A little 2-man game. The fadeaway. Around and out. And Enchai has the rebound for UNLV.
In the country, one of the slower tempo teams, as I said, run a lot of half-court sets and very good at it too.
Sanders again. He just lives in the mid-range. Already set.
Now look at him right there, go against guys. I think he's got next level potential.
4 to shoot. Rollison. Sanders deep 3. And Cherry able to track down the rebound.
Get to the rim and dunk it. Great ball handling.
Another San Antonio spur. Sanders off the underside of the backboard. Finds McBride for two. Junior, Jace Whiting, two guys that are going to be part of the rotation. They've never suited up this year. Got hurt before the season even started. Dry spell continues for Nevada.
That's good.
Fresh 20 here for Nevada. Sanders. And a loose ball foul will keep it at this end of the home.
They were 18 of 29 from two-point range, so, kind of bullied them in the paint that game.
Another three, and this time Sanders hits. Second three of the game.
Right there, playing hard, and they are not a great offensive rebounding team at all.
Sanders inside,
wow. Okay.
and the finger roll.
That was gorgeous. Right there, going to his right. Not only for himself, getting buckets for himself, but running the point, getting others looks.
But the shot clock winding down. Sanders has it jump off the left side of the rim.
Now the reads why he was able to convert it.
And he's given UNLV their largest lead of the game tonight. Sanders patient and finishes.
Another awesome out-of-bounds play by Steve Alford.
Davidson, loose ball corralled by Rollison.
With Davidson credit guarding the guard, able to get there and get the block shot.
Sanders again, the fall-away jumper from the baseline.
This kid, are trying to get him another look. There's a double, or kind of started to double. Here comes the fadeaway.
Right on cue, left it short, rebound right into the chest of Cherry.
I like that it was a tough shot. For a third time we've seen that this happen.
He's up to 10 points now. Sanders going back to work and knocks it down in the lane.
Well, the thing about Sanders, too, we're just going to talk about him every
behind the back, defers to Ducell.
Give Nevada credit. They are going to the hot hand.
Another fadeaway jumper.
Unstoppable. All you can do if you're UNLV is just hope he misses.
Help defense. Nevada cannot get settled in the half court yet. And now we'll look for Davidson. Fires cross court. Sanders three. In and out. Rebound batted around. UNLV's got it. And the rebound tracked down in the corner by Kobe Sanders. Oh. Sanders all the way.
Got fouled.
Meanwhile, here comes UNLV. Third game in 7 days for each of them. Sanders gets the screen, pulls up, in and out. Out of bounds going to UNLV. Last touch by, and he's leading UNLV tonight with those 16. An 11-point lead for UNLV, less than 8 to play. And out of the timeout, Kobe Sanders misses from deep. He has cooled off since he had on this floor last week, and they were right there as well.
They've been right there in a lot of games this year that they've lost. They've really not been blown out at all.
Another bucket for Sanders. He's up to 26.
Percentage in the country this year at 47. He's the Mountain West best three-point shooter, and showing why here early.
There's Kobe
Sanders checks back in. Sanders gets space from the elbow. Good look there, but left it short. Rebounded by Nez.
But overall, rebounding much better than they have the last few games. So a good first half so far for Nevada. And Kobe Sanders keeps it going, knocking down the three. Comes another pick and roll with Sanders and Davidson.
Sanders with 6. Sanders down to 5 at the free throw line, buries the jumper, and sends Nevada off.
To go.
I think that was like his 4th option. Like he had thought about any other way to score but that, and then he just kind of chucked it up and got it to go in.
Yeah, Nevada's gotten very lucky that Wyoming hasn't been able to convert those second chance opportunities because they've given up a lot of offensive rebounds. Like you said, a good move there by Sanders, can't get it to go.
Goal of the contest. Another miss from Nevada and a whistle against Newton. 11 points. He's gone 3 of 3 from the outside. Now it's Kobe Sanders, and Sanders answers. Sanders again. Wolfpack have held the lead in this entire contest. Sanders again, that mid-range jumper looking pretty good tonight before a season sweep over San Jose State on the road. Then hit a roadblock as they dropped back-to-back games to Colorado State and Boise State, France. Catch and shoot from Sanders is pure.
Sanders, also an excellent player. They need that third guard out there that can be a threat on the perimeter.
Sanders turning on the afterburners and gets right around Andrew Meadow.
Kobe Sanders, so much talent. It's
Sanders post up against Meadow. Doesn't think Meadow can guard him. Spins, turns, and I guess he can. At least according to Kobe. And he's got enough.
Hard nose. That's how Leon Rice likes to coach. That's how this Broncos program has been playing over the last 15 seasons.
Sanders lines up the triple. Tapped out by Davidson. Wallace and Ducell.
He's going to set up his teammates. He's not looking for his own offense first. Just such a cerebral playmaker.
Kobe really lost that step back mid-range shot.
Well, I think it frees up Kobe Sanders to be more of a pure scorer. And I don't think he was playing out of position, but this frees him up to be a more assertive offensive player. And I think Nevada, in isolation situations, 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting, and none of those attempts have been easy.
Sanders just smokes down at the rim. And ball's going to remain. A great start, but they failed to put their foot on the necks of Colorado State when they had them up. Gave up some bad plays down the stretch. And Sanders continues to cook.
And that's why Boise State's dangerous, because of how many different guys can score.
Sanders, bump and grind and forcing his way in. That time a little out of control.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of that ball and then come back off.
For the Nevada Wolfpack for Steve Alford. Got a good defensive body, good legs. Strong. Speaking of strong.
Hey, look, I love that offensive set. You come out of the timeout.
It's a very rare occasion where Cardenas throws an off-target pass. Sanders, another mid-range jumper. Pure.
You know what's crazy about that shot? He shot about 3 of those right there. His heels have...
Sanders forcing his way in. Oh, what a move by Kobe Sanders.
It's a big-time play.
So here's Wallace in a quiet night scoring, but he does have 5 assists and no turnovers. Sanders fires again. Stanley, a nice offensive, or should be a defensive rebound. Ball tapped around like a ping pong ball. Oh, I thought Sanders could have shot that one right there. Instead, he's going to go to the basket. Sanders runs and fires again! It's the Kobe Sanders game! And this is a matchup I just like to see, is Degenhardt and Davidson. Here's Sanders again. Spin. Fade. And it looks like it was off fade. And it'll go to
his confidence in letting this ball go. He's had 2 or 3 opportunities in the corner to knock down shots, and he won't even pull the trigger. But that guy will.
It's just getting ridiculous.
They switched everything right here. Any pick and roll, they're just jumping out and switching, except for against Sanders.
Sanders, another pull-up mid-range jumper.
Special today.
McBride. Shot clock's getting low. What a backdoor cut by Sanders. A spinorama! Busting out the tornado!
Degenhardt at the top of the key. You're willing to live with that every time.
Sanders, isolation, gets into his bag, step back check. Oh, God, got the lead.
Clifford had to save it from going out of bounds, and the Rams turn it over once again. Boy, a slow start here from CSU. Sanders in transition, he'll bury the 3. It's the way it goes at a 5.
But you're right, they've turned 4 turnovers now into 6 points, and they're feeling good as ever, shooting 3 of 4 from deep.
Sanders pull up 2 from the free throw line. Count it. Kobe Sanders, Morton on him. Off the bounce, outside to Sanders, crossing over. Foul line, tries again, fades away, jumpers up, missed it. Rebound, Davidson tracks it down. On pace for another double-double. Sanders in the paint. Leans in, scoops it with the right hand, missed it. Rebound, Evans. And then a foul on
weak side from Kyan Evans, as Nick Clifford really did not have a lot of options initially on the drive.
9-point game, Sanders pull-up jumper, missed it. Rebound, Clifford, with $1:20 to go.
Kobe Sanders, who has the ball right now, a 6'8" point guard. Really tough to handle.
It'll be his shot, and that's a tough one to stop with the shot clock winding down.
Yeah, and he's kind of given that little shoulder bump. It's all you need.
Here's Sanders. The follow, and Love, right place, right time.
Rawlinson, not much of a shooter. He's more of a driver.
Sanders able to shed Goodarzi, but Davidson hustling.
The smaller you are, the more creative you have to be. San Jose State, 12 turnovers. The most, does that say school history?
It does.
Yep, but tell that to Tip.
Tough one there for Davis. No one alerted him to Nick Davidson. Wolfpack looking for their first lead. Sanders off the screen, and they have their first lead. Kobe Sanders buried
the ball on the deck. And yet that process takes some time to get used to, but he's used to it now. I think he's settling in.
Loose ball foul into the bucket after
tonight. He's got to play bigger than his 6'5" frame.
Dealing with the 6'10" Himes. Sanders, beautiful stuff. A couple of plays we've seen now designed here to get Kobe.
Floppy action for Kobe Sanders. Watch on the baseline. He's running off multiple screens.
They find him. That works. Kobe Sanders starting to get in a groove right now. He's got 9.
At the same time, he's not an offensive threat yet. Again, just a freshman, 3.5 points a game he averages, but look at the effort.
Sanders couldn't close out fast enough, and Kobe Sanders. Shot clock winding down. Sanders buries it at the horn. That's your final
game. In fact, I can't really think of any besides Sanders coming off one of his best games of the season, shooting-wise. There he is.
Sanders, first one off the mark.
I mean, three-point shooting, Derek, is.
Sanders had a look. Sanders now takes the look. Good pace.
Efficient number. They don't get a lot of easy stuff either.
Usel's open. Rawlinson doesn't see it, but Sanders fires away. Called for the foul. Trying to make the case that, Davidson was open again, but the defender hooked his arm. McBride, rebound, put back.
Now Fresno State in man-to-man.
Sanders floated, left it short. And here's McBride on the glass again.
And they can't afford to miss layups around the rim.
The defense by Price. Sanders fires away from 3. Excellent tap by Love. Sanders. They double Davidson. Sanders to the rim. Oh, and an acrobatic move inside by Kobe Sanders. The Burness redshirt because of the injuries. And he's looked really good. Sanders, another 3. I have never seen a better dunk in my life than that one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Sanders got to get it up. And a fight for the rebound. Good ball movement. Excellent ball movement. Trey didn't take the track. But they'll get it to McBride. Sanders battling inside. Bulldogs on a break.
Big opportunity for him.
Shot clock in single digits. Sanders, pull up, mid-range jumper. Here.
I think if we gave Kobe.
They're going to see Jordan Momla check it at the next break. Sanders turns and hits.
Able to advance to the first round of the NCAA tournament. Trying to get things rolling. So we're in February.
Sanders for three. That's off the mark. Rebound by Davidson. Got that over with Bobby Knight. Also played 5 years in the NBA. Sanders, mid-range J. That's good. Kobe Sanders with the silky smooth J. The fifth-year scored 10 points the last time out against San Jose State. Love to see him get to that 20 number. Had a conversation with him earlier. Said that's the number you need to hit. And he shook his head. But Kobe Sanders, he might score 20. He already has absolutely everything for the Falcons.
Certainly is showing the way. That's what leaders should do as your leading senior.
Kobe Sanders with the mid-range J. Just a nice screen and roll. And able to go get the easy jump.
They're just rushed, and it's because of the pressure that Nevada's putting them on defensively.
Air Force has only made 7 field goals in the first half. As stepping back for three is Sanders. That's good. Oh, you better get a hand in the face of it up. 10 seconds before half. Sanders with the rock. Driving, spinning. Right-handed hook shot. That is good. Look at the layup. 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds. What will be the play to step up on this side of the end, though? Sanders, spinning around, baseline J, and rolls out. Well, there's a stop.
He went right into Air Force, and it's Nevada ball underneath.
26 seconds on the shot clock, 8:46 remaining. Sanders for three, miss absolutely everything. Now Kobe Sanders with 10 seconds on the clock, being guarded by Jeffrey Mills. Steps back for three, and that rattles home. Man, you talk about a dagger. Kobe Sanders.
0-2 last year, Thomas against Reno, against Nevada. Sanders step in. Boarded by Jalen Bedford. Sanders gets the rebound. Kevin Kruger is hot at the no call. Sanders from the baseline. First made field goal for their second leading scorer. Kobe Sanders.
Good job by the Rebels. Doubling.
Foster, kick to the corner. Sanders fires the three. It hits. Sanders, who has been ice cold. Into the backcourt now, basically 3 point guards in the game. McBride, that's an air ball. Scooped up by Sanders, blocked by Cherry. Sending UNLV on the run. Rishway.
The right hand, he's a lefty. What a great finish. He's on Thomas Jr. Wow.
8 points as Thomas tries to lead a comeback. Sanders has an answer. Xavier Ducell, 50-year player in his third Mountain West Conference program. Sanders gets in the paint.
Yeah.
Back-to-back buckets for Kobe Sanders.
Red hot guard.
Guarded Moorhead State and Minnesota.
Yep. Hill on him now. Big on big.
Sanders fading on Hill. Heat check, and Jai has the board.
Good job by Kevin.
Off the screen from Love. And Jai hedges out. Sanders behind the back. Trying to drive on Hicks. Sanders ISO. Missed it. Tap out. Fight for the rebound on the floor.
Look at the list in terms of how fast they play. You're really trying to count how many possessions are played each game.
Sanders, fade away, no good. Ugbo, excellent box down.
The entire outlook of the season for the Broncos when he's dialed in.
Sanders, his three, off target, Stanley with the board. Cardenas. There's a timeout called by Boise State, so Leon Rice can get a substitution. Buchanan back in the game. Sanders, his two, off target. Bailey was trying to throw it down. Foster thought about the three, puts it on the floor. Rollison over to Sanders. He tees one up. No good. Offensive rebound. Nevada can hold for the final shot. No waste of time as soon as he crosses half court.
No question. Good things happen when you get the ball in the paint.
Foster, cross-court pass. Sanders, his three. Bangs it home. That's the lead for it.
And I haven't been able to get a feel for that in this game.
Sanders, pump fakes Cardenas. Baseline jumper, no good. It's Love that scrapped. 75% tonight on 12 of 16. They average 17 makes per game. Sanders, you saw the switch from Boise State. His long two. Bounces out. Davidson fighting for it. Boise State looking on on the outside of the NCAA tournament at the moment, but can pick up some steam. And how about Sanders with the excellent spin and finish?
There's a lot of
Rollison flips it over to Sanders. Sanders getting to the cup. Boise State trying not to foul here.
Which went to overtime here in Reno. A total of 52 fouls called.
No place for the weak at heart.
Kobe Sanders, the fifth-year senior transfer from Cal Poly. Foster gives it up. Kobe Sanders, now 4 to shoot. Sanders off the dribble. Takes a tough 2. Offensive rebound. Coleman keeps it alive.
Cure the rock.
Bailey manages to keep it in bounds. Ducell off the shot fake. And now trailing Sanders. Step in, triple brick. Boarded by Boyd.
Yep.
Trying to get Sanders. That's a wild look from Bird. Boarded by Rollison. The 6-foot Rollison trying to give Nevada a boost off the bench. Boost this. Kobe Sanders with a hammer dunk.
Yep.
Down the baseline. Foster kicks. Sanders 3. Sanders tracks it down and gives the Wolfpack a... This is Trey Coleman. Kobe Sanders, a 5th-year senior from San Diego. This is his first look at the second half. That is
2 for 12, 16%.
And really out of character. They're a good percentage-wise 3-point shooting team.
That's
Sanders attacks on Guath. Heidi has the rebound.
Yep.
Guath bothered the shot.
Yep. He's doing a great job.
San Diego State is 8th in the nation, averaging 5.5 blocks a game. Sanders, shot fake, that's rejected, but Davidson there to pick it up, lost the handle. Bird gets another steal.
Yep.
Guath, terrific. In addition to 9 points, 10 rebounds, he has a block and a steal.
Here we go.
Somehow Sanders gets that one over Guath on the baseline. Largest of the game. Bailey misfires a 3. Himes on the offensive glass. Sanders launches. 2 more missed threes. Nevada taken away by Sanders. Sanders attacks, pulls up on B.J. Davis and drains it. Boy, he's capable.
Talented player. He can score, he steals the ball. Tremendous player. He's only a redshirt sophomore.
Sanders, Guath gets another block. Guath meets Sanders at the 4 rebounds, career high 8 assists.
Yep, he's filling up the box score.
Sanders attacks on Boyd. Sanders all the way to the rim. Nobody stopped the ball. Timeout Nevada. Steve Alford.
Reese Waters being hurt, so 12-5 right now, going to be 13-5 and 6-3 in the conference.
Kobe Sanders. Guath has another rebound.
One of the interesting things that Calhoun took with him from Youngstown State, where he was at previously, this zone, and they make it difficult for everything inside of 8 feet. Sabor in the post this year with Jared Calhoun. A lot of off-ball movement, a lot of actions on the perimeter, and I think it's helped his game.
Sanders lines it up. Oh, it's right down the middle from a step or two. He's going to give Utah State with this particular Nevada offense. Sanders pulls and fires. Not quite.
If you're Utah State, you...
The last 5 games, after starting the first 11, had a shoulder injury early in the season. As Sanders pulls up, and another jumper is good.
How comfortable does he look with the ball in his hands at that? He could get it.
Sanders back in the game. He's out there with Coleman, Foster. Rollison is in the first game for the first time. Sanders firing away, and it's good again. Sanders is keeping Nevada hanging around. How about Gadaretse coming off the bench, not hanging his head? And he's got his best game in quite some time. 12 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. And Sanders, is that Sanders again?
Gallen! My goodness! It's an alley-oop bonanza out here, DC. Foster, you fall down, you better get up in a hurry. As this Utah State team is moving the basketball.
Sanders firing.
I think he was too open on that one. And you see how it's matched. Very willing to follow the guy in the middle.
Sanders, pull up midi. Gonna go to you.
Plays dangerous at MSG.
And Terrence, I can remember Last year with Rick Pitino, a lot of those anti-viral press conferences he was having after games. Congratulations to his mother, Sheila Anderson, then Sheila Frost, recently inducted into Tennessee Hall of Fame. Sanders can't get going. And now here's Nevada taking a page out of Utah State's playbook. How about that? Sanders forcing his way in, overcooked it.
Acano pops back and finds an easy one. I mean, they are just playing high-quality offense.
Sanders trying to get back on track, and he just can't.
And then it's combated by a...
Underway here today in Reno. Nevada now 2-4 in the Mountain West after starting winless 0-4. And Kobe Sanders getting things started. So Adrian Hall hits the three as Nevada looks to answer on the other side. Take a look at their lineups. Sanders, Foster, Cole into the hands of McBride.
Well, Yap hit that three last possession, but San Jose State's not a great three-point shooting team, and there's Kobe Sanders.
Trey Coleman surveying. Nevada looking in at Davidson. He was covered up, though, and Sanders once again a pure jump shot, hastily on the line, hitting a massive three-pointer, and that, again, comes down to the trust his team has in him.
Absolutely. And that's a big thing for Nevada is all these guys, they've only made one so far tonight.
Here's Sanders with the timer going down to 5 seconds. A little off balance that time. McBride's there for another offensive rebound. One-on-one with Nick Davidson, both offensively and defensively, but Vaihola has certainly met the challenge here so far this afternoon. As Kobe Sanders drives in, gets the bucket plus the...
Jade getting position down low. San Jose State's running three guys at 6'5", one at 6'2", and then Vaihola, who's not super tall himself. Kobe Sanders getting, especially in the second half, to score down low, and San Jose State can't get in the paint as there's a turnover. Sanders gonna not able to finish on the other end.
Sanders knocked it out for the steal, but then...
Nevada was the best ever 0-4 team in conference history. The university's Tom Jekyll compiling these stats. Nevada's 11-point differential through those first 4 losses of Mountain West play. The closest mark.
Davidson kicks out to Sanders. Back to Nick at the baseline. No look pass to Sanders for three. Offensive rebound out of the hands of Foster. Coleman evaluates, drives baseline, finds the open shot for Sanders. J.J. Himes, the offensive board, goes back up with it. Back as Sanders takes it downhill. Waits for everyone to catch up. Sanders, pull away.
Great job by Kobe Sanders taking his time and using, and then, as we've talked about, all second half, make your free throws.
10 seconds to shoot for Sanders from beyond the arc, and Sanders drills the three. Eight seconds to shoot for Sanders. Sanders blocked to the rim.
Good take by Sanders, but having to go there. So if I'm Nevada, it's just simply keep attacking the baskets and trying to get layups close. Or if you're Kobe Sanders, use that 6'9" height to shoot over the shorter defense.
Couldn't get a clean shot off. Wolfpack ball down by 1. Sanders gives the Wolfpack the lead.
Love that.
Down to 10.
Looks like another pick and roll with McBride.
Sanders gets space, left it long. Coleman the offensive board. Coleman
wanted instead, dribbles in on the baseline, back out Foster. Foster from the left side, skips it cross court to Sanders, just got it through. Sanders pushing off on Weaver to set up a fadeaway J. Missed it short, good block out by Geneste, and Himes went over. 9 minutes to go first half, 18-8 Fresno State. Coleman with it left wing, skips it cross court to Sanders in the corner. He puts up the 3 ball, and finally Nevada makes one.
Well, they're gonna need to have somebody.
Self back up off the floor. 3 for Ducell in the corner, short off the front iron. Davidson climbed off Robinson's back to swat it out to Sanders, and his 3 goes. We're tied at 26 with 2:15 to go on the EAD.com. Nevada still looking for its first point since halftime. trailing 38-30 on the road. Bulldogs playing that zone. Sanders shooting against it for three. No good. That's his first missed out there. Collins had the, just like you told him, Coach Q.
He's feeling hot, and he's been anxious to get out there, so I know he wants it.
Three the other way for Sanders is no good. Robinson fighting for the board underneath. Finally back. NBA range three. Just missed it. Was feeling it.
He's feeling it.
Just bounced off the rim of the glass. Sanders down the lane the other way. Layup good and a foul. Janeste fouled him at the cup down the left side. Now they'll set up in the half court with Sanders. Sanders pushing off on Weaver. Gets to the cup and makes it. Attacking Price. Boy, what's gotten into Kobe Sanders?
I think Kobe said, hey,
it over the other way. Coleman up top. Trey Coleman's been quiet. Jump stop in the lane. Out to Foster. Now to the corner Sanders. His three ball. No good. And the rebound to Michael Robinson for Fresno State. 17 fouls on Fresno State. 5 on the pack this half. Sanders, step back three. Top of the key against Collins. No good back rim. Davidson knocks it away from Price. And another Nevada offense.
On it, right? He's got that feeling.
Sanders wants a three off a little give and go with McBride. Wouldn't go. Robinson the rebound, but we've got a foul underneath on 4 of 10 shooting. Comes over to Foster. Up top Davidson. Thought about a three. Didn't take it. Shot clock at 7. Sanders penetrating. Pulls up from 10. Drains it. Big shot by Kobe Sanders to put Nevada up 3.
Nevada, of course, one of the slowest paced teams in the Mountain West. There's bigger bodies. That's what Richard Pitino said about guarding Kobe Sanders. Well, this time no one's guarding Kobe Sanders. Pump fake, fly by, got it. Well, that's not the defense Pitino wanted against Kobe Sanders. Now, Foster looking, he's harassed. Sanders fires away again, same spot. Borovic and then skies up for the rebound.
But I think he was awesome when he was on the sidelines here. And if UCLA didn't come calling, who knows? Steve Alford still might be the coach here in Albuquerque.
Excellent shot there by Kobe Sanders. And
here's right here, Kobe Sanders. 6'9" point guards are rare, but you are watching one right here.
And this is his favorite shot. Doesn't quite get that one to go. And Davidson tried to set back long. Oh, nice move in the backcourt by Sanders. Sanders into the rim and scores. And a foul. Kobe Sanders. Trying to keep Nevada in arm's length while the rest of his team gets going around. Sanders in isolation lane. Goes into his back. A fadeaway. Good.
And that's what you saw 100 times.
Can't turn the ball over. Here's Foster. Joseph lines him up for the block. Doesn't get it. Oh, Sanders going to take it himself. Off its own nasty rejection from the backside. No foul there.
I'm not one to talk, by the way. I couldn't guard a
Me neither, by the way.
stationary chair, but I usually scored more than I gave up.
Just got to call it like it is. One-on-one, an ISO for Davidson. Davidson, they show 2. Sanders got to go. Sanders got to shoot this. Did he get it off in time? No, he did not. Maybe he did. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Not good anyway. In New Mexico, you know his story. Played the first 16 games. Mysteriously stopped playing. He had a very, very public battle. Guard.
Go gets the switch that you want, and you got to make him pay.
There he goes to the basket. Himes working hard on the offensive glass. As we talked about, didn't have a lot of opportunities at Cal Poly. Is trying to learn how to do that on the fly. And there he goes. There's a good look from Sanders right there.
That's the 4th time.
Sanders again. He's got to switch now. Yep, it's time to dance, young fella. Here's Sanders. Crosses. Pump fakes. And, oh, not quite. Good defense by Joseph. The ball must be in one of your aces' hands. We're under the 2-minute warning. Sanders in his isolation bag. Step back. Oh, but excellent offensive rebound by Foster. And they'll... Here he goes. Went right around him. Oh, what a jam by Kobe Sanders. That was nasty. Us, who should be desperate. We're the lead dogs in this conference, and we're trying to get to 4-0. Sanders trying to be a closer. Not quite.
That's a good shot, though.
Yep, great shot.
I like it.
Got the number 8, too. What can he do? Pauses, freezes, fires, in and out, no good. But Foster gets the offensive board.
For Falsleb, who we spotlighted in the open, the reigning Mountain West Conference Player of the Week, today was just named the Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week as the big swat by Gateretse on Sanders.
They like to get out in transition, but offensively they set a lot of back screens, a lot of back cuts, ball screens, so they're constantly moving and playing fast even when they're in the half court.
Sanders pops the three, leaves it short for his first year. McBride fakes the three, back out to Sanders. They swing it. DeSelle's in the corner, but Utah State's all over everything. Sanders fires. The mid-range is good.
Great patience and ball movement.
Away. Gateretse, what a presence. Now under 10 to shoot. Sanders going to work with it on Barnes. No good. Utah State flying. Kobe Sanders, plus a whole lot more as we continue to cover what's been an entertaining game between Nevada and Utah State. Right on cue, Sanders stops, pops, hits. Nevada has its first lead at the 2:05 mark. Good. Corner three, Sanders is open. Little strong. Rebound goes to Akana. Sanders, who again forces the difficult shot for Albury. Rebound to the pack.
Well, Albury is trying to attack early and often in the second half.
Sanders three, no good. And then Foster pokes it left short, but Davidson's right there to grab the O board. And now Sanders will try to do something with it. He'll spin on Martinez!
Meet me at the rim.
Oh! Gateretse looks back down at him after a
shot blocker down low.
That was incredible. Gateretse's on the bench now. Templin has checked in. Shot by Sanders is no good. Templin, though, found a seam, and Davidson closed the gap.
Great job by Nick Davidson on the help.
Sanders stops and pops. Not gonna go. Davidson, what a save. Coleman won.
See what Nevada can come back. Get another easy look on this end. Here comes Kobe Sanders.
Up and in!
Makes him pay. 32 is our score. Wyoming up by a digit. Sanders not afraid to shoot that one, and he misses that one off right. Rebound to the Cowboy. Out of bounds, by the way, as Nevada has the rock. Sanders being guarded very closely. Mid-range J. Nothing but nets. Well, Kobe Sanders, he's the top. So both teams really off to sluggish start so far. That's going to be poked away by Sanders. Sanders quickly up court, spins around, shoots it, and that misses absolutely everything. It goes out of bounds. Sloppy play.
Ball turnovers, though, so it does make it where both teams have been able to set their defense, but shows the defensive intensity so far and focus.
Sanders, mid-range J, just too strong. Nice defense. You get a hand of the fill in his way. 7:15 remaining in the first half. Nevada shooting 4 of 14, and that's going to be 5 of 15 with the dunk.
Yeah, they missed the dunk.
And Nevada with an opportunity to get the lead.
Yeah, Nevada has woken up. They've scored 4 of their last 5 field goals. Now 4 of 6, but they've gotten stops and they've gotten 50-50.
Middleway 70 points wise, so being held below that average as Sanders with the mid-range chain. Nothing but nets. Kobe Sanders with sense. Good defense by Wyoming in the first half. Sanders being aggressive. Mid-range J. Good.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can tell.
Now for the Cowboys. Rollison. Fouls adding up for both teams. Sanders mid-range elbow J. That's good.
I mean, the man's wearing 8. Yeah. Making those halftime adjustments, settling in. You've had a little bit of a break. Now you're able, from Christmas, so now you're able to settle into the game itself, and the basket gets a little bit bigger.
And Kobe Sanders doesn't miss that elbow with a push, no call. Passes it right back to Sanders, and he knows exactly what to do. Really good play that time by Daniel Foster. Good forced up. Crowd making some noise. Sanders, mid-range, elbow J, off the front iron. Rebound, Wyoming.
Players, not the refs.
Sanders spins, scoops, leaves it short. Ball's tipped out of bounds to the Rams.
Team that's got you know, an all Mountain West player in Nick Davidson, Trey Coleman, who's been here for 6 years. So had to adjust to a little, not as much of a scoring role, but still having a very good season for Nevada.
To Vienna, Austria. He's a big part of what the Rams want to do, but he's been battling a nagging hip injury, and so he's sort of been in and out of the rotation as Sanders' shot is missed. Rebound to Clifford.
Their leading scorer, and he's only taken 3 shots tonight. He needs to be aggressive. He's got a smaller guy on him now. Get to the rim just like that. Now just got to finish.
Now that's frustrating if you're hitting.
For the Rams, given the landscape of things, and from a basketball standpoint, though, he feels like there'll be some pretty fun opportunities when it comes to scheduling non-conference games moving forward.
They've had some really good stretches of offense tonight, but that's the thing is they're still getting used to each other. It's the consistency that needs to come. As
Big
a good
three
little
for
kick
Sanders. Left it short. Rebound to Bemba. Here comes. Step back jumper for Sanders. Rebound to Foster. Right place at the right time.
Now Sanders can attack.
Sanders spins, fades, gets the roll.
Great job. But yeah,
he is 5 of 13 now.
Well, those 6 shots he took earlier were at the rim, and the last 6 or 7 have been jump shots. So
stop and pop. Sanders. Ball rolls around. 58-57. Approaching 2 minutes left in regulation. Sanders, 3. That would have brought the house down. Instead, it's no. Clifford's second is good. And CSU on defense can take off the pressure a bit. Sanders' 3 will be up and in, but a bit too little.
Anderson threw the key, stripped to the ball, and that was the takeaway from Ducell. It came to Davidson. Nevada on the move. Coleman over to Kobe. Right side 3. Nope. Rebound Ducell, Nevada. Coleman in front. He's shooting 56% from the floor, including 53% from 3. Hand off top, Love to Coleman. Left side, 3 on the way. Kobe Sanders rattles out. Foul underneath at 8:07, and it's on Nevada. 20 to shoot. Lob it down to Kobe. Wide of the key left for Nevada. Kobe going against the shorter Weisinger. Kobe spins to the cup. He's up and he's in off the window.
That's the way to get himself going. He did nice there, Johnny. Like shooting from the corners.
Kobe outside left, goes away from a McBride screen, feeds McBride. McBride fakes a pass, goes left to Kobe. 3 ball on the way, good for Sanders. The pack with 8 seconds, goes to the elbow right. No look past Bailey, left wing 3. Bailey, no, 3 seconds. Kobe, rebound, 2 seconds. He's fouled and counted.
Range jump shot, looks good.
4 of 7 from the floor for Hunter, 5 rebounds to go with 8 points. Lob to the post, Love, out Kobe, left side 3 for Nevada. Kobe, long, bouncing rebound to Kobe. Kobe spins in the key.
A Coleman pass right there.
Yep.
You know, he's drawn the defense to him, and then he finds the open guy on the weak side, creates a layup opportunity.
Coleman, 9.6 assists. Hunter in the post left against Davidson. Leads with the left shoulder, stops, lobs it out right side. 15 to shoot. Jackson Posey in the corner, drives baseline against Rollison, up and in with a left hand. 88-36 from 3-point range. The 18 makes from 3-point range by the Wolfpack team tonight is a program record for made threes in a single game.
Wow.
Turning clock at 18:38 first half. Sanders elbow right. He's defensed by Gary. Left side Ducell. Back out to Sanders. Catch and shoot 3 for the lead. No. Rebounds tipped out. Coleman has it at the left elbow. 10 to shoot. Coleman retreats back of the arc. Picks up the dribble. Ducell entry pass left post. Nick Davidson with 5 to shoot. Out for Sanders. Right wing 3. Front rim no. Rebound. Tip to the Jackrabbits. Here's long.
Right there. That was a long bomb.
8-minute mark first half. 25-24 Nevada. 1-point lead against visiting South Dakota State. Kobe Sanders left of center 3 is off the mark, and a defensive rebound. Ducell, Sanders, McBride, Coleman, and Davidson for the pack in white. Davidson in front. Davidson gives it left side. Kobe 3 to tie. Nope, too long. Rebound underneath Jackson. South Love outlets up left side. Kobe on the move. Kobe for the pack outside left of center. Kobe drives into the key. Kobe working the dribble all the way down. He's up, he's in.
That's what you want to see. Get that size down underneath.
Sanders, 12 on the timer. Back to Rollison right side. Free throw line jump past Davidson. Kobe left side 3. Good.
Yes. I love that combination. Yeah, South Dakota's hit 4 threes, but I'll give them 8 threes in a half and take away everything else, and they can have 24 points.
Kobe all the way, lays it in. With 8 to shoot, works near the elbow, back to Rollison in front, 5 on the timer. Rollison goes to Kobe, 3 to shoot. Kobe in the corner with 1. He fires ahead of the horn. The shot's no good. The rebound to Seiler.
Surviving runs, so does Coach Alford as well as Coach Johnson.
The Wolfpack have hit their last 4 from the field. Sanders back on the floor, misses from the baseline. Himes the rebound though. And he'll have to go with 1 shoe here as we move into the front court.
I don't know if it's size 13. I wouldn't scoop it up anyway. I'm not that kind of guy.
Sanders misses badly. Coleman had it. Lewis comes away with
2% from 3. So they're doing an excellent job defensively, and Coach Johnson has got to love that.
3 on the way for Sanders. Misses. They're 2 for 10 now from distance. Nevada, again, a team.
Yeah, great offensive execution by the Lions. First possession of the second half.
McBride's first points. Sanders cannot buy a bucket. Still scoreless. Here comes Johnson. They are making them work. It is an active zone. Sanders drives baseline. Sanders to the rim, and they need that. This is a team that hasn't gotten anything from Sanders. He gets baseline. That was pretty.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Old school. Lions needed a bucket as well.
And there's the answer from Sanders, who's starting to heat up. You can't keep him quiet for long. Who has his first points of this season at a big stage.
Gorgeous move. Great execution.
Sanders for 3, left alone, and he buries it. That is a turnover. LMU, Nevada, Wolfpack shooting it much better in the second half. 7 of 10 from the floor. Sanders from the corner, rims out. Himes the offensive rebound and the putback. LMU is led by as many as 19. They had a 10-point lead at halftime. Sanders from 15 feet, got it. Kobe Sanders, the turnover. Coleman. Sanders feeling it. Sanders driving. Blocked by Porter. Big play right there. Saves it for Nevada. Sanders. Showing his ability, driving baseline. Sanders missing, got his own rebound though. Porter picking up the talented point guard defensively. Spins on him, to the right hand, not there. Rebound Mertolazzi. Boy, every possession.
See here early, Keith, Nevada intent on driving, kicking, and getting their 3-point shooting going early, even despite not having a lot of success with it. Finally seeing that shot go from Dussel, and now Trey Coleman from the outside. Foster keeps it alive. Sanders, no. Inbounds for Kobe Sanders. Trying to get some space. Fadeaway jump shot is good for Sanders. Back to a 12-point game. Davidson penetrates, finds Sanders. Got it.
Those are the 3.
Nick Davidson super frustrated there, thought that was a foul. But saw the ball get knocked out of his hands. Sanders on the other end, nice jump shot.
Great job by Kobe Sanders being patient. Assists all game. They're not moving the ball. A lot of one-on-one action, which is not usually how they play, and it's why they can't get a rhythm going offensively.
Chance to get different looks against high-quality competition. And this Nevada team, for example, they have a lot of versatile types of players.
Sanders off the mark. Robert
Clark, I can still get to the rim. I don't care about the size.
Here's Kobe Sanders. And the layup from Sanders, he hit the 3-pointer that sent for Steve Alford, but one new thing for him, that headband. And it's not for a fashion statement. Nick Davidson had a bloody forehead in their first game against Vanderbilt, had to get bandaged up. Dime from Bryce Thompson to Chi Avery. Sanders for 3. Now Trey Coleman. They go inside out. Sanders leads all scorers and now has 15.
Arturo Dean finally gets the Cowboys back on the board. And you could tell Nick Davidson is feeling it. High arcing jumper, touches glass and still goes in. Version of a Band-Aid. Stop the bleeding. Give me Kobe Sanders. Here he is, right on cue.
He's just too big. I mean, he's too big for the...
Here's Dean. In and out on that 3-ball. And Sanders wants to push the pace. A rare fast break opportunity for Nevada. The foul's at 22. Dangerous pass cross court. Here's Sanders for 3. Short, that one was bothered by Keller.
They put out to take his time right now and run set stuff, pick who they want to go after.
Davidson showed 3, kicks it out. Sanders. Offensive rebound, Brandon Love.
Boy, look.
Sanders in attack mode. That rims out no good. Nice play out of the timeout. Kobe Sanders knocks it down. So a relentless, suffocating VCU defense. They thought that should have been 5-second violation. Instead, it's 2 points for Nevada.
VCU now plus 15 from the three-point line, and then you mentioned the free throws. They're plus 7 VCU. So in a low-scoring game, those numbers start to add up.
Moore will wind this clock down. Off to Davidson, working on Shulga, trying to spin his way free. Wow. Kick to the corner. It's good! Kobe Sanders! Teams have started the season 4-0, but this is by far the biggest test for either team. Nice take, Sanders, the up and under to open the scoring.
Talk about a revelation. The transfers, they all come in with their individual goals.
Kobe Sanders, the blow-by, and the dunk. First points for Vanderbilt in about a 5-minute stretch. Nevada continues to operate on the offensive end. Programs, a good culture, obviously. Hogarth and Michigan State, a perfect fit for that description. Sanders continues to cook. Kobe Sanders, hot catalyst number 8 and white. He has it here. 10 seconds to shoot. Kobe Sanders in attack mode. Missed at that time. Offensive rebound. Stolen away of 9. Sanders misses it. Good follow. KJ Himes there. Lob inside, Sanders the point guard, but he can post you up too.
Good set coming into this tournament.
It's a 10-0 Vanderbilt.
You know, we were saying that during that game.
A lot of people came into the tournament thinking VCU and Nevada would meet in the semifinals, and the winners don't look like the same team ever since that point. Kobe Sanders 8 points early. Hits that free. Sanders right on cue. 7. They were in cruise control in this second half, and Nevada has punched back for the lead. Off the mark from the corner.
Brings it across. There's a trap on the left side. Dussel gives Davidson out near the stripe. Skip at Sanders, corner right. Sanders gathers and drives with the left hand. Falls away from 14 and hits. Kobe Sanders makes it 14 for the pack. Coleman outside left with 20 to shoot. Finds a curling Sanders. 14 feet out. He fakes. Cuts through the key. Falls away. Leaves it very short. And the ball is out of bounds under the goal line. Kicks it corner left. Bailey pull up. Now feeds Sanders. Baseline left. 5 to shoot. Kobe with 3, spins to the cup, blocked off the window. The other way. Mahi stripped to the ball, coming in. Sanders in front for the pack with 20 to shoot, gets ahead of steam, goes down to the baseline left, lost his dribble, got it back. Kobe pull up, 18-footer left side, front rim and no. Tip follow, no. And then a 5-2. Feeds it into the post on the right side for the Broncos. Mahi turns, elevates, and rattles it home. 47-28. Elijah Mahi scores. Baseline left inbound in the offense. Here comes Sanders coming in for Nevada, who's off. Dussel. And Love is on as well.
For a longer guy.
Wolfpack ball, no score, a minute gone by. Entry pass into the post, down low left. This is Sanders falling away on the baseline and missing. Himes offensive rebound, can't hold it, but then he's fouled at 8 rolls. Rollison and Sanders both in there. Now Coleman outside right with 20 to shoot for the silver and blue. Sanders, 3 ball left of center. Good. Nevada leads 20-30 to go first half. Weber State now 2 of 9 from 3-point range. Sanders for the pack. Through the key, all the way, right-hand scoop is good. 33-20. We're teasing it. We're going to get Fazekas on some pregame shows. We're going to get him on some podcasts. Underneath look, and Sanders can't convert right of the cup. Near the rim, rebound Weber State.
I love John.
Coleman gives back to Sanders. Nevada has clamped down on Weber State here in the early part of the second half. Sanders, left of center, three-pointer is good. 45-20.
Oh,
yeah. Coleman in front. Bounce pass down low for the pack. Davidson against 2. Spinning, lost the ball, got it back, kicks it out. Sanders slashing. Sanders to the rim, and he scores off the window.
Great job by Davidson to keep that ball.
On a weave right side. Back of the arc, Sanders still dribbling with 20 to shoot. Sanders gets a screen, pulls up left elbow, 15-footer short, bouncing rebound, tapped by Sanders to Davidson. Glad it fooled you, Len. It makes me feel a little better. Bailey right side, Sanders. Sanders drives baseline to the goal, reverse layup, can't finish, rebound Kohler. Weber State moving. Kohler weaving.
Sanders driving the lane, pull up jumper is good. Pull up by Sanders for 5 from beyond the arc. 15:35 to go. Wolfpack's first half. Up 8-4. Sanders wants to take a 3. Hits it. Nothing but the behind the net. I want to get the better shot for sure. Nevada got the best. They got matchup last year in Seattle. Here's Sanders on the drive, and he couldn't finish. Great move to get the basket, but couldn't fill it in. Keeping Washington possible, especially for the second chance opportunities. 30 to play, first half action. Sanders driving right baseline. He is blocked from behind. Rollison picked it loose, but it goes back in the right to left. Sanders across midcourt. Bailey the third, inside Sanders, one-on-one, spins around the basket, and too easy for Kobe Sanders. Sanders again using that height advantage and make the pull-up jump. Kobe Sanders with the ball. Circling around, driving to the rim, and that was impressive from Kobe Sanders. That's what Nevada needed right there to Coleman. Coleman circling to his left. In front of the basket, he is swatted again. His defense from Washington coming alive. In the hand to Sanders, takes a jump shot. No. Hines goes back up with it for Washington. Right about the start of the second half on the floor. Kobe Sanders stopping at the free throw line. A 12 jumpers, no good. Offensive rebound from Brandon Love, and he is fouled. Harris stops the free throw line. Picked away by Nevada. Good defense there out to Coleman. Coleman outlet for Sanders. Stops at the 3-point line. Takes a 3, and it's too long. Another 5-31. First time it's been tied since the game was 0-0. Sanders pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Rattles out. Not a bad look. Osborne comes to help the double. Outside Coleman finds Sanders. Sanders for 3. Rattles out. That was a good look. Good shot. 15-11 to go. Sanders stops left wing. Sanders driving with his right hand. Spins around the baseline. Goes off a high glass. No good. Rebounded out from Coleman. Dussel has it back to Triplett. He's defending the paint extremely well. The Nevada team getting good looks at the rim. He's down there. We got another block up there on Kobe Sanders. Blocked his shot from Sanders. Had the rebound, and he's Dussel with the basketball. Brian to move to the backcourt. He'll pass it back right side for Sanders. Off the screen. 3 ball is long. And a wide open look at that one. Length across the board on this Washington team. Trying to drive into it, and it's Sanders. Oh, baby. Two-hit his hand to tie it up. 4 of 9 to shoot for the Wolfpack. Screen set for Sanders. Sanders moving towards the basket. Full-way jump shot is short, and a shot clock violation for the Wolfpack. Sanders. Sanders inside left. Sanders in front. Right-hand dribble, right-hand stance. Oh, so nice to go. That's a 3 out of bounds. Goes down for the lead. That's good for Sanders. About comes up the hook of the side Wallace and the others in the mouth. Sanders rides the lead. Goes over the head and lost the one. Wallace going to finish at the other row. Cam Houston up. Strong unit 26 here in Reno, Nevada. All the way with a move, no, but it's still kicked him into the corner left. Into the right. Right, Sanders. Shot clock is 7. Clock is 9. We get to the pass out. Sanders turns it to the 3. No good. Rebound with 2 seconds. Sanders is going to complete. Great execution on there's 3 on St. Houston.
Because they need that third score against Colorado State.
Evans, heat check. Not this time. Davidson trying to save it. And it's ripped away by Crocker Johnson. And we already mentioned KJ Himes.
It does a number on your rotations.
Clifford way too strong on that 3. And Sanders is there for the rebound. Morton with the shot clock at 5. Out to Bourne. He puts up a 3. And the rebound to Nevada and Sanders. A 10-2 run. Bemba position on the block. Missed it inside and tipped over to Sanders.
Yeah, he did a good job with his body of getting position there, but wasn't able to bench. Morton started at times for Purdue, coming off the bench.
Evans misses the 3. And Nevada with the ball, a chance to take the lead. Clock at 14. Late comes off a screen, puts up a 3. High arcing shot, no good. And the rebound is Sanders. And only a 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Well, they're going to hold him
for its first points of the second half. Sanders knocked out by Clifford. Sanders recovers. And now a whistle on the baseline and a foul.
Evans, though, you're right, Andrew. He starts out, makes 3 threes in the first 5 minutes, and hasn't done anything since.
Scored.
Nevada was better as a result. Good
Crawford
pass.
takes it baseline. Collins, that's an open look. Doesn't go. Sanders wrestles away the rebound. Ahead to Ducell out on the run. Jasir Tremble in the game now at 5'10", a fan favorite in Fresno. Step back over the much larger defender, Sanders. Rollison
coming in from the corner, and if you're late, you make yourself susceptible to a foul call.
First on McBride.
Well, that offer.
Crawford scored 17 a game, 5 rebounds per in the month of January. Davidson misses the 3. Sanders tracks down the long rebound.
We're getting good positioning. Stay up and play with your chest. Is that unique? No, sir.
Brandon Love went up and swatted that one out. Inbound.
Dangerous.
To Ducell. Catches it right at the line. Davidson, a 3. Sanders skies for the rebound. Good ball movement quickly by Nevada.
Kyan Evans is going to be a first-team All-Mountain West guy before his career's done. He has that type of potential and that type of quickness at the point guard position to where he can just flip a game on its head.
Round of the conference tournament this year, playing for Nevada, and he's about to knock out Fresno State. So he has the chance to knock out his second alma mater in 2.
Alone is Davis, opposite end.
I like the pace San Diego State getting up, trying to find some things, or let alone here at the Viejas Center.
Boyd to the slashing. BJ Davis down low, no whistle. The tempo of 8 cents. Bird right back to Compton. Why not? A non-dunk and a miss. Transition time.
Above 500 before entering league play, so those games had a little bit more validity, and I like that no call by the officiating crew right there. McKinney trying a little bit too hard. Good defense by Nevada, but better defense.
San Diego State bench. Right in front of the 1-and-1, missed.
Reno, Nevada. New Mexico versus Nevada. With the New Mexico win, the Lobos clinch at least a share of their first. Redshift has the rebound. Dent on the run. Here's Washington. Pulled in the first half. Washington attacks. Davidson knocks it away. Sanders runs the Wolfpack. Off the screen from Joseph. Flips to the corner. Shot fake. Borovichinen. And then he launches. Amsiel. Would have easily been called for a foul there. Davidson gets the block out. And now Davidson, Dent, the only player in the country, 20-plus points a game and 6 assists a game. And he is on pace to blow past both of those numbers tonight. Already has it in points, and of course will get you out there immediately after the conclusion of this game. Amsiel misses the second. It's a 3-point, 1-possession game. 11-second differential. Rollison
can struggle on offense. I think one of the keys tonight, can UNLV get inside touches right there to Bear and get looks on the inside, and can they get transition buckets at home? Look at great ball handling.
Another San Antonio sprint. Sanders off the underside of the backboard finds McBride for 2.
McBride.
Bedford pulls up. Off the heel, long rebound. Onto the ground at Sanders. And he's able to locate Justin McBride. Now it's Bailey. 5 to shoot. Bedford.
One up.
Step back. And the rebound tracked down in the corner by Kobe Sanders. Sanders.
If you're going to put your hands on anything, the refs are obviously going to blow the whistle, so you just have to be careful defending, and a good block there by Nick Davidson.
Davidson rejecting the 3-point. Wyoming was down by 13, then cut the deficit in half all the way to 6. But Nevada responding back the other way. Willis off the mark. Kobe Sanders brings in the board against San Diego State. Abu Magasa missing both of his free throws.
Is so good for the Broncos, able to pick up the steal.
There's someone that shouldn't be left open, but he happens to miss that one. Lucky for Nevada. Degenhardt's been shooting the three so much better since the start.
Need him to be a factor on the offensive end of the floor because Xavier DuSell is an excellent shooter. Kobe Sanders also an excellent player. They need that third guard out there that can be a threat on the perimeter.
Sanders turning on the out-through left. Boise State trying to take some momentum. Oh, a rare off-target pass for Carmichael. I don't think it's a very rare occasion where Cardenas throws an off-target pass.
DuSell around the curl. That's a shot he can knock down. Sanders now. Spartans have led by as many as 10. Nganga feeling it. Not this one. Here's Rollison now. Sophomore, modern day. Washington. Everything but the finish. And now Sanders on the move.
Good. Yeah, most definitely.
Shot clock to 3. It's Hall. No one dances around the rim. And a 3-point edge for Nevada.
Zion College, Vance Walberg took a chance on him. He says he wants Collins to be a little bit more aggressive as a scorer. His mentality is to pass. Good defense by Price. Sanders fires away from 3. Excellent tap by Love. Sanders again, no look to Davidson. Sanders to Davidson again. It's up. Jim was ready to explode.
Right, his first miss of the game.
Davidson, it's Collins. Crawford from the corner. Price got it. And missed it inside. Boy, McBride is just running go routes.
Who's 8 for 8 from the field, okay? So McBride's 8 for 8.
Until that missed shot right there that we didn't see.
Okay, so he's 8 for 9. Davidson is 9 for 10.
There goes Good ball movement. Excellent ball movement. Oh, Trey didn't take the tray. But they'll get it to McBride. Sanders battling inside. Bulldogs on a break.
So you got to really keep an eye on him as we see what looks to be a defensive change now going to zone, but that can't stop Kyle Marshall unless you swat it away. What a block by McBride. Rollison up court. He gets first half. Marshall to Taylor. He'll spot up for 3. That looked good from here. Off the mark and rebound by Kobe Sanders. Sanders wants to run. Gives it up. Was missed. Taylor up court. Gets it to Kearney. He'll launch a triple. That's way off the mark. And Sanders will come down with the rebound, and the Falcons will retreat. Taylor being guarded by Davidson now with 10 seconds to go. Okay, launches a 3. Way off the mark. And a rebound be in the hands of Kobe Sanders. And this will be all she wrote.
Onto his bench early. Nevada really has to pick it up defensively. Rollison a 3. That's good for Tyler Rollison. He's been really good. DuSell puts one up and hits. DuSell's first bucket of the night. 2 minutes. You don't call it, you can't review it, so they call it. Right now it's 51-44. As Davidson hits, he's got 19. I think that one's going to get called off. I think you're right.
Nice setup by Rollison. Davidson whips it to Sanders. Extra pass to DuSell. Right on the money from Xavier DuSell. Second team all-conference. Played at Mater Dei High School. And that's the second 3 for Chuck Bailey. Inside to Hines. Banging, turning, scoring.
So good. And an excellent entry pass. Flashbacks of whenever I had an injury with my lower back. Just gingerly, you're not going to be able to just turn and move. It makes it really difficult. But I like that offensive set coming out of the timeout. Get DuSell in the corner a little.
McBride got space. what he does. Hits from the mid-range, calls himself.
His scoring numbers don't necessarily reflect that. He's done a nice job of continuously putting pressure on Nevada. That's a big-time move, too.
And that's a tough shot.
He's going to play the 4 position. Shoots a pretty ball, but, you know, if you work on some of those other things, nice play and pass.
Opened up an open 3 for Rollison. Kobe Sanders.
They're completely clearing out a side of the floor. Somebody's going to be open. They are sitting in the paint. Nice job.
Brandon Love put it on the floor. 1 dribble, power move to the bucket. And just here Tremble in double figures with 11. 4 Bulldogs have scored in double figures here today. Xavier Dussel, the rare 2.
The easiest 2 points he's gotten all day.
From Xavier Dussel.
The tempo has been high to start this game, but Nevada has yet to make a field goal. Davidson at the bucket through all kinds of contact. Changes that.
That's a terrific decision. Nick Davidson in the ball game the last 3 minutes of the game. If you shoot 30-something% from the free throw line, that can't happen.
Kobe Sanders scored on this last trip. That's the only bucket for Sanders tonight. That time the dish to Davidson. He knocks it down. Guarded by Bird, another NBA prospect. Good, up and under, and a score underneath. Strong take as Rollison gets it.
January 3rd at the pit. 54 fouls called, and there could have been more in that OT game. Baseline inbounds. Sanders to Davidson. Great execution. Davidson goes to get it on the offensive glass. Dussel wanted it on the wing. Sanders in the paint behind the back. Finds McBride. Kobe Sanders, no look to Justin McBride. Tries to find Davidson. Sanders, who's been 27 plus his last 3, finds Davidson for 3. First made 3, and when Sanders runs the Wolfpack. Davidson off the bounce, attacks on Omseal. 5 straight for Davidson. We are even at 43. Coming out of the timeout, Den back in the game.
See McBride go inside.
Davidson gets right past Joseph. Sands headband. Davidson.
Great shooter for them.
75 of his total points this season have come from beyond the arc as McBride knocks it down right in the lane. Another San Antonio sprint. Sanders off the underside of the backboard finds McBride for 2.
McBride is so physical. You can see them right there. Play right here. They just throw it to him and go one-on-one. Turn, fade away. Here it comes.
There's the double dish. Woo, the flush. Jariah Coleman throws it down.
Just came in off the bench.
Can't buy a bucket. A few of them have just been in and out. Nick Davidson finds the open look from 3. He buries the triple. And that is going to result. Beautiful.
Tyler Rollison.
For the season, broken hand. And he was literally the Iron Wolf Terrence. He played the most games in history as McBride a play with him. Sanders double. No look. Davidson yanks and fires a 3 and he hits.
That's one thing about Kobe Sanders. Some of these screen roll actions is what makes it even more difficult to defend.
Davidson's got Keen on him. Oh, a nice step back shot by Davidson.
That was a really high level of difficulty. Degenhart opposite of him, 13 points. They haven't been the key cog, but they have been battling with consistency and nice play.
There's your matchup. They were early and make this defense really take you serious from beyond the arc because they have been struggling as of late.
Here's Love, got it inside the paint and able to lay it up with the left hand. A little high-low action from Sand. Early lead here to the Wolfpack. That is a very good team at turning opponents over. Right side 3 is Dussel. It's up and good. And what a start here for the Nevada Wolves. 15. Warden on him. Step back, nowhere to go. Lob to Davidson, has it left to the lane. Oh, what a spin move. Lays it up and in. And it's back to single digits.
It's the spin.
Dussel top of the key. Sanders high left. They get it left to the lane here to Davidson. Baseline. Lays it up and in.
Just got a double sooner. I mean,
it can't just be, you know, the starters. You got to have somebody come in and surprise you.
Ducell floats that one up and in, known for his outside shot, but takes it to the bucket. Now, Mariol brings that ball down just momentarily. They rip it away. That was KJ Himes coming over to help. And now McBride just lowers the shoulder and pulls his way to the bucket.
That's a good way. They're not on pace to get 75 so far in this one, but they're at least they're still with the lead.
Davidson, strong take.
They play the game of basketball long enough, it's going to happen.
Turnover here. Sanders now on the break. They give to Davidson. Finishes with the right. And a three-point edge for Nevada. Sanders, stop and go. McBride thought about it. He'll drive, double clutch, and finish.
I like that decision from McBride. Of course, he was wide open.
Here's Sanders now. Working on the smaller Godarzi. He'll go to work. Shovels that to Himes. The jam is there. And after going many games without scoring now, a couple can't hit. Mariol has that one ripped. That was Sanders just taking it away from the big man. In transition, Ducell. Yes! That's what he does.
Yeah, he's starting him where they're at.
Viola can't hit inside. Pushing the tempo, and Love in too deep. Finish. Viola tries to dump that out. Instead, another turnover. This has been the Achilles heel. Love! You gotta love it.
West Conference leader in three-pointers made.
Second turnover already for Fresno State.
This pass.
And finally, someone scores in this game.
I had no. Yeah, they were just white hot.
Collins is harassing Sanders out near the logo.
Nice pass.
And they forgot to guard Nick Davidson. And he gets inside. And now Fresno State's right back in the game.
And now they're showing a 1-3-1. So
Davidson gets it out when to go all over the rim. But in 19 of their 24 games, Fresno State has scored more points in the second half than the first. And right now, they're just leaving Davidson open to take that mid-range, and he's
double staggered screens away for shooters, but that doesn't mean that you keep the ball on one side and dribble it 10 times in a row.
Well, now Nick Davidson's hot.
Timmy Small, right? You asked me, like, how do they lose Nick Davidson? Nick Davidson's like 6'9" or 6'10". And they only lost him again.
Oh, what a no-look pass by Kobe Sanders. And he finds Davidson down low.
Oh, look at Davidson. Pete Rose style. Love it.
Oh, Collins. Leading to another dunk by Nick Davidson. Sanders fires away from three. Excellent tap by Love. Sanders again, no look to Davidson. They pretty much have the. Price couldn't catch a lob. Here's a deep ball from McBride.
And finding the green light. Falcons down by a digit. Ducell for three. He can knock those home, and he does it right there.
Yeah, I mentioned him. Sanders, I'm sure, has other ideas.
So does Davidson. As he's rolling, he just gets it in easily. 25 points from Nick Davidson.
Full personals. Love back into the hands of Foster, and now a two-man game. Davidson spins off the window, spins around Jaden Henley.
Big hope in Boise State in the second half.
Got him. Ducell running, fakes the three, steps into the two, and buries another two-point attempt. Davidson directing traffic. Wants to go with the two-man game with Sanders. Sanders gets it back to Davidson. Davidson able to beat the double team for the finish.
Probably the cleanest look they've gotten in the second half.
Back a little loose with the dribble. Ducell, pump fake. Sanders whips it over. McBride rising up in the paint and knocks it down.
I just think it's got to be paint touch, paint touch, paint.
11-point lead for the Broncos. Nevada will have to be quick here. Sanders. The drive, the dish. McBride takes the contact and gets the finish. 54.7 left.
Chuck Daly, great coach. Dream Team #1, 1992.
Into the corner, Ducell, the three-point specialist. That is three-pointer number 3 O's in the paint. Cut off by Guath. Gets it back, 5 to shoot. Slipping, Davidson all the way to the rim. Off the look from Sanders, late in the clock.
What you got to do, get the ball inside.
He picked up his second. McBride, a short mid-range. Nice shot right there.
That man's a mid-range killer.
And here's Nevada now. They've got numbers. Davidson slides his way to the basket and a beautiful shot off the glass.
Nick Davidson did not have a good first half.
That's 2 straight turnovers for Utah State.
What just happened? Justin McBride.
Nothing according to the refs. Here's Sanders. Here's a good look for Ducell in the corner, and that's almost automatic.
You might as well forget it. Go ahead and put those 3 as teammates and doing all the other things on the defensive end of the floor. Carson Templin's down.
He's down. Nevada's got numbers. Coleman's going to get a look from the corner. He's going to hit it. And Carson Templin remains down on the...
Sanders wants a screen from Hines. Gets away from the double team, finds Coleman. Coleman finishes inside.
Good take by Trey Coleman.
Great job by Davidson getting his hand on it to knock it out for another Nevada offensive board. Coleman gets the bucket.
And again, Justin McBride.
Sanders draws the attention. Ducell hits the 3.
And that.
Sanders finds Davidson in the corner. He drives baseline. He blows right past Viola and he jams it home.
Cards. Forcing the travels. And San Jose State's back in man. And they're punished for it. Xavier Ducell off the down screen is 4th. Heard a lot of them with only 6 second chance points.
Savage and Sons serving the Northern Nevada community for over 130 years. How about Xavier Ducell riding the hot? Under 2 minutes to go. Into Davidson, who flushes it home.
Great look by Kobe Sanders.
Wolfpack able to get through the full court pressure. Davidson, another two-handed jam. And he has his second bucket of the night.
And that's why Air Force is so hard to play against. Even deep in the shot clock, they're going to keep running a great transition 3 from Nick Davidson. Layup on the other end.
The field goal from Coleman broke a nearly 5-minute stretch for the Wolfpack without a field goal, as Davidson has easy take. Back, minute 43 left here in the half. One area that has been a big problem for Air Force, as that one goes down.
They could not come around and get the steal and drew the foul.
5 team fouls now for Air Force, as Justin McBride throws it down with authority.
A couple of those baseline and let them make the plays down the stretch to close this game out.
Sanders finds Foster for 3. Daniel Foster connects.
And both yielding dividends. Geneste has 5 boards, Douglas 6 points. Nevada down by 2, finds Ducell in the corner for 3, and he's heating up. Ducell with 7 off the bench for Nevada against his point lead with 2:20 to go in regulation. 4 times in the Mountain West era, these two teams have ended up in overtime. Ducell catch and shoot 3, right side, turns to the Save Mart Center crowd to celebrate.
Foster for Sanders. Sanders back to work. Nice cut by Foster, spin move, and good layup there. Good footwork there.
Daniel Foster is not a scorer. He's not super good in zone, but we need to kind of throw a changeup out there.
Here's Davidson, lines up the triple and knocks down his second. They give Kobe an ISO. Pushed off the spot by Amsiel. McBride gets an ISO, step back. Oh, nice shot there by McBride.
Here in Reno. He's so hard to guard because he has that craftiness with the ball in his hands, but then off the ball, he's constantly moving and getting screen set for him. Great finish again by McBride down low.
Nice position on Sanders. Oh, but Kobe blocked the shot. Then he looks ahead to McBride. The lefty finish is good.
Great job by Nevada there in transition. They don't
12? 1-1 record you got on New Year's Eve, buddy.
Yep, the Hawaii one was a good one at Oregon. Really good Oregon team that year. Opened up their new building that year as Bailey hits the guy late in these games who's going to take over.
You see our rebound tracker brought to you by Savage and
Good
Son.
take by Justin McBride, sorry.
Big bucket for McBride. No worries.
The senior transfer from Western Kentucky. Well, another play made by Agum because when he gets in the arc, he's so dangerous. And
oh, Davidson says, I'll see you right there. Right back at you.
Here comes Nevada. Davidson drives on Lake, gets a step and scores at the rim. Something Steve Alford talked a lot about, pardon me.
Early in the season, they beat Loyola Marymount by 30. They beat Radford last week, so they're finding their rhythm just in time. As Nick Davidson again, Rat throw it down.
The sea parted for. He's got 5. Foster spins in the paint. The hook shot rolls in. Not necessarily will have the final and most important one.
Well, Colorado State going to a zone here on defense, try to slow down this Nevada run. Chuck Bailey.
First shot of the game for Chuck Bailey, and Nevada's got the lead. 15 of 15, packed down 6:30 seconds to go.
Well, Nevada's still got a shot here if they can get a basket.
Coleman steps into a 3. It's good. Coach Alt.
Punching and missing, and a rebound to Love for Nevada. 6-0 Pack. They run right to left. Sanders outside left, gives it to Davidson, who's up and in left of the cup, and it's an 8-0 run for the Wolfpack in the first night for Texas Southern now. Kobe Sanders for the Pack outside left. Davidson handoff, Kobe in front. Kobe to the elbow right, back to Davidson, left corner, left wing 3 for Nick is good. To Davidson, baseline left drive. Davidson against Hunter, fires in front. Kobe Sanders down the lane, stops. Davidson, corner left 3, good for Nick. Draws. Away, scores off the glass. Coleman's got 11, 30-point lead for the Pack at 90-60, under 7 minutes now.
Nice body control by Coleman on that one.
For Zaire Hayes to lead Texas Southern. Hayes is the only double-figure scoring Tiger so far tonight. Len Stevens and John Ramey with you. Happy holidays. 4:22 remaining. 97-64 Pack. Kobe Sanders at the free throw line. Hits. 7,512. Snow. Jackrabbit team that shoots 32% from 3. Kobe Sanders fakes the top of the key 3 for the Wolfpack. Finds Coleman in the corner right. He fires a 3 and he knocks it down to tie the game.
That's good. That's good for Trey. You know.
In front of the sesquicentennial emblem. Bounces Davidson spinning. Back right side. Reverse it corner. Back to the right side, and a wing 3 is good for Xavier Dussel. Finds McBride between the ring center. The right side, Kobe. Coleman slashing drive left wing. Coleman down the lane, up with the right hand, good off the window. Ties the game. It's 18:39, second half. Love elbow left, handoff Kobe. Kobe free throw line, zips it Davidson right side. 3 good for Nick.
Good to see Nick back in there taking a stroke like.
That's a Seiler rebound, Dussel, Nevada. Give it to Kobe on the left side. Pack down 7. Davidson top of the key 3. Good. Nick's got back-to-back 3s. 42-30 here in the second. Love at the top. Gives it to Kobe. Kobe down the lane right. Out for Dussel. Right side 3. Xavier got it for the lead.
All right. Now we're going.
45. 15-12. Second half. Handoff Kobe. Kobe goes Coleman. Corner left 3 for Trey. Good. And Nevada's back in front, 48-45. Can see the finish line in this game where they at one point trailed by 10 in the second half. Davidson, right baseline drive to the cup. He dunks.
Emerson Pavilion as Nevada controls the opening tip. Kobe Sanders, 6'9", fifth-year player. Our lineups brought to you by Cedars-Sinai. And right away they go inside. And Brandon Love with a bucket. Nevada coming off their worst offensive performance in a loss to Washington State. They go inside here, and Brandon Love with a bucket. Senior Texas State against North Dakota and UC Irvine. He had 13 apiece there. He extends the lead.
Yeah, just great decision by Vide to go to the rack and finish.
Ducell from the corner, that's his specialty. Xavier Ducell Here is Sanders, guarded by Vide, gets the screen from Himes, feeds it back to Himes, a give and go.
Excellent two-man game after the media timeout.
His ability, driving baseline, Sanders missing, got his own rebound though.
Good containment by Asanza.
And McBride drills the jumper. What a half for the Plano Texans.
Trey Coleman penetrates, swing it around into the corner, and Ducell again. This time he hits the triple.
You leave a good three.
It's key.
Yeah, they're taking quick early shots too, which is not usually great hustle there. Great play by Kobe Sanders to save that, and a great pass.
To Washington State, but given the teams that Nevada played in Charleston, as McBride takes a three, and that one will rattle home. The Wolfpack will take a timeout. Kobe Sanders penetrates, finds the open look for Rollinson.
On Thursday night here in Charleston. And that's a pretty floater by Xavier Ducell behind Boise State and New Mexico. Not much expected from these Cowboys with a ton of turnover on their team from last year to this. Picked 14th in the Big Ten.
He got a bloody forehead, missed 6 minutes, came back for the last 30 seconds. Even before that injury, he was taken out of his game. That will do wonders for a Wolfpack off
the basketball as he is drawing a ton of fouls. He drew 9 fouls in that game yesterday. He's drawn 4 tonight.
Good play out of the timeout, Nick Day short. And it falls all the way to Trey Coleman. To Davidson. Count it, plus the foul. Nick Davidson absorbed up. Keeps it a 2-possession game. Nevada playing without Nick Davidson, who's been the catalyst in this second half comeback. Coleman, the tray for Trey. Here, the Nevada bench screaming post. We need a post here. We told you they need to use that size. They do it there. A rim rocker for Brandon Love. Both teams have made their last 3 shots. Offense coming alive. Nevada needs it, and they get a big-time 3.
Nevada's lead is 6. Bounce pass to the streaking Sanders. Beats the press for the Pack. Sanders no look. Love dunk. 12-4 as Nevada knifes. And Stewart and Mahi. Davidson at the rim scores for Nevada. Coming down the key to make. Luke McElden is into the game for the first time for the Broncos. Second free throw good for Kobe. 51-30. Double team Stewart outside. And Stewart could not get a shot off. Turnover Santa Clara at 13:39. Turnover number 8 for the Broncos.
Here, he's got that one for the lead. 12 minutes to go first half. Sanders, free throw line spin, bounce it underneath.
What
slam dunk, Love.
What a pass. How
5:24, 4-0 run for Weber State. Nevada's lead trimmed to 1. 4:07 first half. Sanders to Ducell, catch and shoot 3. Right side, Xavier Ducell.
I'm expecting.
Sanders. Comes to Davidson, handed back to Sanders. Fakes from 15, back to Davidson. Corner right, 3.
Good. Boy, what is his percentage this year? Oh,
Here's midcourt circle, 10 on the timer. Sanders gets a screen high from McBride. 7 to shoot. Sanders kicks it. Ducell open right side 3. Good. 7:41 turning clock, second half. Here's Sanders, right side drive. Feeds it weak side. Slam dunk. Love. 9 and now. 1 for 5 from 3. Sanders finds Davidson. Right side 3 for Nick is good. Catch and shoot. Free.
Sanders downs for Davidson. Left wide open, and he will happily take that baseline position. And they lost it again. Sanders driving in to Coleman. Great job of Kobe Sanders going around the boundary. The quick pace of Nevada on the last offensive possession. Sanders, you can see how much he is difficult to carry. Outside for Collison, who hits the triple. 6-21 Nevada. Xavier Ducell over to Sanders. Left corner Davidson driving left baseline. Floater rattles round and in. Off the mark again inside. That defends him yet again. In transition, Hines makes Eichenbach miss, and he will fix it home. A two-handed jam for KJ Hines. 1 of 7 from the field. Washington has it much better though. 2 of 7. Penetration here from Sanders. Kick out for Coleman. Coleman 3 is good. Ben Coleman from downtown. 6-11.
Lake misses one. The lead is 8 as we approach 2 minutes to go. Clifford got a hand on it and a steal. Great defense by Nick Clifford. He's got that.
6 players with 20-point games this year. Half of them aren't here and playing in this game. Sanders was going for the lob to Love. It got stolen by Fresno. Zayon Collins the other way. A kick out.
Transition time for the Wolfpack. Sanders has it poked free. Up ahead, Davis.
No call by the officiating crew right there. McKinney trying a little bit too hard. Good defense by Nevada, but better defense by San Diego State. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Every trip.
Every single played at almost every school in the Mountain West, so he might take that crown. But a terrific shooter. He's been that his whole career. And Nevada needs to learn how to pass the ball to the team in the blue jerseys.
The Goreville took
baseline. So if I'm Coach Alford, I would consider going, man, your back change a little bit.
Dent pokes it away. Donovan Dent run out, takes it right to the hoop, and gets past Sanders. On his second, just 12:19 to go in the first half. There comes the double on Sanders, so he picks up the dribble. Tipped away by Appelhans inside, knocking it away from McBride.
Well, that's what Nevada can't let happen on the defensive end. If you get Agwin get going, he's going to look for his shot in the second half.
Quick pick and roll, see what happens.
Nevada does have the possession arrow. Here's Kobe Sanders.
Oh! It's away by Buchanan! Oh no! Melo going to the rack and he slaps it down!
All by himself. 16-15. Rams down by a point. Sanders dribbles in the paint. He had it poked away. This ball picked up by the Rams. Colorado State in the front. Sanders, 15th foul, by the way, in the second half for the Rams. Inside 9 to go in the second. Sanders on the right side, stolen away from him. Front court. Here comes Ethan Morton, the Euro step and the reverse
18 from the field. Since then, just 6 of 24.
Out of the timeout, Wolfpack basketball, and then a travel against Nevada on the right side. They'll turn it over.
Poll in the Mountain West Conference so far has not worked out that way. But again, like I said in the open, they're playing their best basketball lately.
A turnover here. Spartans can run. Davis, Washington.
11th in the country. So they're going to have to battle all 5 guys in the white uniforms. Got to do it together.
Sanders coughs it up. Viola, the give to Davis, a speedster. Davis looking to go coast to coast. He's blocked. Dangerous pass tipped away. Now 4 turnovers apiece. Hit that 5 for the Wolfpack as that pass a little high and outside.
Yeah, you called that one a dangerous pass. I would full court pressure. Weaver is super athletic.
By the way, this is kind of what they do when Fresno think is that they steal it. Tremble to the basket. There used to be. Meanwhile, the only thing brighter than the shoes of Rawlison has been this Nevada offense. If they're up by 23, Collins trying to change it.
Oh, he couldn't get the con roll. Fortunately, that wasn't a foul. And okay. Sanders travel.
Sanders doesn't believe it.
Utah State so much better when they get out in transition. Terrific pass, and here's another one.
Jay Himes, Terrence. Verticality is what they call that. Sanders trapped in the corner again. And a smart double team by Utah State with his back turned to the basket.
Up from 3, so you have to be worried about that.
And Terrence draw a giant circle around that Utah State-New Mexico game.
Going to be fantastic.
Yet another turnover by Nevada.
He's sensing a double team, dishes out to McBride for 3. Offensive rebound, Ducell. Sanders walks before the pass got off. Wolfpack will turn it over.
He averaged 20 points a game last year at Cal Poly, but hasn't looked for his shot too often so far, especially lately for Nevada. And they see there he had a chance to take a pull-up jump.
Air Force getting a couple chances there. Justin McBride finally pulls it down. Stolen away in transition. Marshall ready on that one. Feeds off to Mills.
Door cuts. Keep it simpler for Nevada on defense. They get another steal.
7 steals now for the Wolfpack. Kobe Sanders trying to feed it into Davidson, a little bit too strong. And then, oh yeah, their commitments to playing college basketball, it is pretty grueling.
It's incredibly grueling. I briefly got recruited by the Naval Academy in high school, and
Bulldogs by 2 with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Kobe Sanders has had a quiet half. He's got it on the perimeter. His pass deflected. Crawford has it. Ahead to Collins. 2-on-1. Now Davidson hustles back. Key against Collins. No good back rim. Davidson knocks it away from Price, and another Nevada offensive board. And now we're going to get a travel on Sanders to give it back to Fresno State. But Coach Q, Nevada's killing the Bulldogs. 55 apiece with under 4 minutes to go. The defense chant reverberating around the Save Mart Center. And another steal. Douglas saw a careless pass, headed McBride's way, and took it away.
Yeah, you know, Nevada.
Sanders just lost that one. And here's a look at the head coach. A little bit of shuffling of the feet there. Crowd saw it. Referee said no. Sanders, that looked like a foul, no call. But it's going to result in a run out for New Mexico. And here,
but they can try and trap first, which they're doing.
They trap Sanders in the corner, gets rid of it. Does he throw it away? Can Joseph get it? He does. So New Mexico's got an extra life here. 6.
Looked to shoot, then gave it up for Ganaretsi, who's having trouble corralling it. Sanders swipes it, but then Falslev's right there playing safety, and this time he'll shoot it. And nearly improve your quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care at the Joint. First visit, just $29. For Utah State, you want them to pick up the pace even more, and that's a good start on defense.
And that's exactly what they want to do, create turnover.
Another Rams turnover. But then Sanders stepped out of bounds. So a slow start for Kobe. Down to Bimba! The two-handed slam is off. And now Nevada still has life. Under a minute to play.
And throw it away.
From Sanders. Sales. over the head.
The control shot that was blocked by McBride comes to Sanders for Nevada on the right side. Kobe from the wing throws a pass in front that's stolen by Hayes. Hayes against Dussel all the way, layup no, late whip. Pivoting from the free throw line, back out Kobe. Back of the arc on the right side. Davidson screens. Kobe's pass is tipped by Larson. Loose ball out of bounds off Nevada. Third turnover for the Pack.
Not because it's going to be under 16, but you get the picture here.
V-Day on the floor now. You see that zone. There's a bullet pass. Pass, Love, and out of bounds. Sanders trying to thread the needle there. Too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
The Big Sky Freshman of the Year last season for Eastern Washington, as that one goes off the fingertips of Brandon Love. And you mentioned the long layoff for Nevada is certainly not crisp. So Eric Strupp, 6'11", goes to the bench. Okafor at 6'9" comes in. And just a bad pass there from Kobe Sanders. Coach Alford with his hands on his head just can't believe his first three-point make. It's a 12-point lead for Washington State, who has been relentless here tonight.
Another turnover. Washington State's pressure now, taking Nevada out of their game.
And McBride snares the rebound. Kobe Sanders lost the handle, can't do that against the Cowboys. And good hands by Chuck Bent. Here's Sanders, he has a dozen already. Picked off by Avery. And Dean.
Good ball movement. Shulga, he'll usually make you pay on an open look. Gets it done on defense, tracks back, and the senior rips it away.
Straight line drives, no contesting at the rim.
That's off the foot of Kobe Sanders. Ball back to VCU. Deflected by Jackson. It falls to Bamisil. The steal and the slam. This will be a good litmus test for a Commodores team that has started the season 4-0. Foul called off ball. Sanders spins into the double team again and turns it over again. Foul called. Trey. Now can Nevada get going on the offensive end? No, stripped away. Grant Huffman again. Nickel against the Nevada team where depth could be an issue because they've looked different ever since that starting five came out.
Had Love again on the wall.
Sanders lost his footing. Takeaway. 3-on-1 for Vandy. Huffman, easy finish.
Had a series of cascading moves trying to get to the rim. Sanders for the Pack, free throw line, fakes, ducks, draws two defenders, travels at 6:01. 42, 7:13 remaining. In regulation, a zone press from Weber State and a travel. The press works, and Nevada turns it over at the midcourt circle with 7:09.
Falls on Brandon Love to set the screen, off the handle of the basketball right from the hesitation. 3-on-2 fast break the other way for Washington. Back-to-back plays, and guys are out of control. They're trying to get into Love again, and it's stripped away. And this hand as well, Mason falls on top of it. With Washington's hand in his face, misses. Davidson keeps it alive, but Dent quickly runs the Lobos, drops it off. Borovichinen rejected. Sanders comes over to get the big block on Philip.
Unbelievable coach. Great guy. We enjoyed talking to him yesterday. You know, and he's relaxed. But, unbelievable job.
Big second foul called on Kobe Sanders. So Nevada.
This tremendous game for Guelph.
Just his 9th made 3 of the year. Boyd, that's blocked out of bounds. San Diego State keeps it with 4 to shoot.
Seems like KJ Himes has been in Nevada for a decade because he has been at Nevada for almost a decade. He was here in the Musselman years and still hanging on to that eligibility.
2 defenders to guard 1, or he can just literally throw the ball into a good post player and the defense has to react.
Backdoor for Amsel and went up soft that time and got rejected. Sanders is the other.
If you think about who he was as a player with Indiana and Bob Knight and who he's been as a coach, one of the best in the industry and one of these guys that's still around as you see a lot of people retiring.
Nick Davidson been quiet, stolen away, up ahead. This is Collins, he loses the handle, and it's Nevada ball.
This is an outstanding.
Picks up his dribble, sends it back out to MJ Collins, the 2 Virginia Tech transfers. Collins, the spin cycle, denied by Sanders, good defense.
Outside for Courtright with 12, 3, 2 to shoot. Guarded by Sanders. Sanders in his face. No. Shot clock violation, and that is where you start to see some big. This Burns. It's Samuel. Circles a pass to nobody. Walkers with the good time of the game. It's the Minnesota both fourth side of the lead. Let's get for Sanders. Come on, things with the hip of the side Rollins in the end.
Ethan Morton has checked in for Colorado State as Clifford hits for 2 more.
Yeah, and Joppa, who doesn't really play
with an easy layup. 6 points, 3 rebounds for Kobe. Straight out of bounds. Oh, that was dry. It was called. Coming off 36 points last time out at Boise State. Picking up where he left off. Lake a 3. And Lake has had a slow night. Here's Clifford. Clifford going to work. And he's fouled with the shot clock at 2. I mean,
every chance you get, live with the results. Somebody else beats you, but this guy, a one-man wrecking machine.
Here he is in the paint again. Gets past Ducell. Just the second miss.
A little bit. They seem like they're just like kind of playing offense a little bit in mud right now.
Bedford misfires on the 3. Weak side rebound track.
That time he was blocked. Nevada takes the lead back. Meadow coming around the corner. That's not his shot, but he's going to get bailed out by a foul. And Martinez.
Nice pass.
Here's Meadow again. Can he stay hot? Oh, the rip ripped him off.
And flip it. Didn't have to do anything else.
Crawford bumping and grinding his way in. Offensive rebound by Price. Another rebound.
Kearney to Silahusky. Thought about the 3. Taylor, he'll shoot the 3. And Taylor knocks it home. Ethan's.
Patino's right shoulder. He's a former head coach at Air Force.
Ball slips 3. Cash. Come out. Anderson has a look for 3. That's good. DSU. Lakes 3. Rims out. Rebound to Love.
Started creating some turnovers. They didn't give positions. Yeah, South Dakota's hit 4 threes, but I'll give them 8 threes and a half and take away everything else.
And their field goal attempts are down, which is a credit to LMU's defense.
Johnson, long 3 on the way. And Himes is
on the second half. Three. Taking his time in front of the midcourt circle. All-time leader in three-pointers made. That's why he's the logical guy to be a third scorer tonight.
Evans doesn't get the bounce. Davidson
in the NCAA tournament. Good story, KJ Himes. 3 from the corner was too strong from Crawford. Ducell.
Huge piece of what Fresno State does.
Collins, drive and kick. Tremble, open corner 3. That's a good look. Jasir Tremble, agent, pushing the tempo. Loose dribble collected by Collins. Opposite corner, Crawford catches, fires in rhythm. And consistently. You look at a game like this where Sanders has struggled to get his shot going. Amunique hasn't struggled to get his shot going.
He's played at every school here. You alluded to it. But a big-time shooter, that's the easiest 2 points he'll have this entire tournament, I can assure you. Guys know exactly who he is. Switch up the rhythm of the game, if nothing else.
Bird launching and strokes it. To think that he's close, he's already running, and he's shooting and shoot around, that's a good sign.
He is feeling some type of way. It's suffocating.
Boyd, back out. Bird now from distance again, a miss. And another chance coming for San Diego State.
Points for Donovan Dent.
Exactly. Mexico's doing a great job defensively.
Borovichinen launches a 3. He has been terrific.
Exactly. Big hoop. That time for the Wolfpack. That's what. Double him. I like that. He might make it, but it's okay.
Amzil step in. Davidson has the rebound.
You know, settle for just the 2. 4 early points for him. Nevada back in front. Henley for 3. Battle for the rebound. Rollins already at a 15-15 score. Bedford dishes for Rishwain. The 3 is good. Julian Rishwain, 8.
Like this here, Henley up top against Davidson. He's quick.
Left his feet, finds Hill for 3. Battle for the rebound.
For 4 minutes. Egged in, penetrates, finds the open man, and Tynamo can't take it. He scored 27 in his first game as a member of the Wolfpack. And in his most recent effort, a 30.
23 to the Renowned Health Foundation. I think that's a great thing for all involved, and I'm glad that these people get this recognition. Well, Meadows got all the back and watch that film. He did not belong there. This guy can score. He's got real game.
Martinez not there, and capable of making the tournament run.
Absolutely.
Not West tournament, that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Meadow. Big-time shot from Andrew Meadow.
Front court, in the corner. Clifford fakes the 3. Sends it all the way out. Here's Lake. Stands still, triple short. Rebound Clifford, and he's going to bring it right back. Clifford top of the key. Got into the left baseline. Driving all the way through. Got it to Evans. Corner triple off the heel. Bemba the board. He'll send it back.
And again, that's not what their expectations were, as Godarzi on the kick out. Shot clock winding down, and Pasha Godarzi has a giveaway, 17 turnovers, and then the paint battle was talked about a ton pregame, and Nevada dominating there as Davis comes up short.
Cross court. Crawford fires, and it's good. So good job by the Bulldogs early on.
They don't run a lot of sets, as you can tell. They run the triple drive offense. There's a lot of freedom. But it requires that all 5.
Recovered by Weaver on the tap. Crawford, corner 3. Fresno's been the comeback hits this season.
Yeah, but they haven't come back from 23 points down in the second half before, to my knowledge.
Falcons have scored. It cooled off on a scoring drought for the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Byron Brown lines up for 3. Just short. Long rebound to Taylor.
Coleman, Gordon, Don Thomas Jr.
Rishwain's going to try another one. Back-to-back triples from Julian.
Tempo being aggressive, attacking into the paint.
Cardenas had back-to-back buckets in the paint. The dish. Oh, nothing prettier than a...
Big words, but it was strange that he attacked the basket, right? He lives and dies with the 3.
There's a three from DeCorville. Second made three.
It's his role. Shoot the three.
And now Bird, deep three. So he's stuck with it.
ISO Joe. I think Kobe Sanders more of a play creator. Nice pass, pitch and kick. I like that offensive possession. ISO Joe
as resets. He splits.
Great pass.
No look in the corner. From beyond the arc. See if they get it to him again. Drake Allen fires. And Rollison was by 16. Albury spinning. Falls left, firing. Come on.
Nice crowd here on hand for some Saturday afternoon hoops. Nevada leading by 6 points over San Jose State with the timer going down to 0. The DJ trying to work around Coleman, had it stripped. Viola has it, throws it up, no. Fresh shot clock. Another opportunity for San Jose State, and that one's long out of the hands of Davis. Is driving baseline, get it inside the paint to the sophomore Caleb Walker. Kearney from downtown can't get it to go, and KJ Himes overall. Nevada was able to clean that up in the first half. I think they had about 5 turnovers, maybe like in the first 5 minutes.
The left wing fakes the pass, puts it on the floor, over to Collins, who penetrates right baseline, steps through to find Crawford, out to Weaver, corner three ball, yes! Jalen Weaver celebrating.
Hide him. You just got to make sure that you trust him, that he's not going to pick up a dunk foul.
Applehaus.
Man, he's not shy.
And gets really whatever look he wants.
And here we're seeing the zone. Matchup zone here for Nevada.
Nolan cooks it long.
Dexter Akano is also checked in as Barnes hits it for Anderson. Corner three. That's the kind of look Utah State, 4 coaches in the last 5 years in Logan, but they just keep on winning. Last 7 years for Calhoun as Barnes fires the three and hits.
See, Obi wants to get an ISO and make a play before the half.
Ogbim in the corner for three. Yes, sir!
Cal Poly didn't win a ton of games, though. Just 4 last season. Nevada has already doubled that up this year. Williams, the wing three, cash.
On 3, stops. No look underneath. Davidson up and in. 95-60 Nevada. 6:05 remaining in regulation. Back of the arc, picks up and bounces Clough, middle post left. Backing down on Love. Clough draws a double. Bounce pass out of it. Left side 3 on the way. Short from Gary. Rebound Love, Nevada. In front. Jackrabbits with Gary spinning, gives it back to Seiler. Very deep 3 and he hits.
My God.
Oh, that's a Steph Curry.
Top 3-point threat. He can shoot it. Misses the mark there. Vide pushing the pace. Good ball movement from LMU. Merthaladze's got 3 triples. And the Lions. Carrawell. Looking for Porter. Not there. He's going to drive it instead. Johnson for 3. Rebound. Porter keeps +4 in that category. Here's Stone Carrawell, cut off on the baseline. Himes comes over to help. Merthaladze alone for 3. Not there. Long rebound to Stone.
The second best 3-point shooting team in the country in terms of percentages. They haven't exactly been a team that focuses on shooting 3-pointers early in the season, Keith. In double figures for Washington State, which is kind of the calling card of their season, to be very balanced. They have 5 players averaging at least 10 points.
Finds Shulga, goes to work. Jack Clark, another good look. VCU's had good ball. Bamisile trying to get going. Too much on it. Offensive rebound. Look for Jackson. Can't knock it down. Bamisile flies in, keeps it alive. Jackson another opportunity. This time he buries him. Hands of Love. This is going to stay VCU ball. Bamisile, 3 more second chance points. They've got
Now 3, wing left, bounce pass. Vucinic spins through Love, under the goal, kick it out. Hennig, right of center 3 is on the way, it's no good. And the rebound to Love in the Wolfpack. Retreating is Threed. He's outside right. What's going on, Nick Fazekas? Shout out Nick Fazekas, all-time leading scorer in the house. 3-ball right side, no good from Threed down the lane, elevates, banker, no. Tip rebound, Weber State's got it. Burris out for Kohler, left of center 3, no. Kohler falls down to sell a foul that doesn't come. Dave.
Pressuring on the ball, 3 to shoot, 2 seconds to shoot. They'll go outside, a desperation 3 is no good. He's walled up, got it back in front by 4, 38-34. Osibor handles through controls, kicks out for Cartwright, who hits a 3. Easy with 15 to shoot. Turning to his left, goes into the corner, Cartwright for 3, left with short. Rebounded by Nevada.
Jasir Tremble in the game now at 5'10", a fan favorite in Fresno. Step back over the much larger defender, Sanders. Price head fake, ran into Sanders.
Pants. The ball to Joseph. Get him the ball.
Dent guarded by the 6'9" Sanders, and Dent ends the drought. They had
bring Junior Joseph up with a ball screen. Go to the rim.
Dent guarded by Sanders. Step back with 6 to shoot. Ducell has the
And overall, snap a 3-game losing streak in the series. Henling back to work, knocks it down.
Viola, he pushed off, but like in a subtle way, right?
Yeah, crossover triple. A little too strong.
Tremble.
Look at the length of Kobe Sanders.
And a late call. And
that ankle. Toughing it out with 2 minutes remaining. Marshall. The drive against Kobe Sanders and loses the handle of Sanders.
They lost here last year. First of 2 meetings this season. Richway, step back. That's the first main shot of the game for their best 3. Boyd, guarded by Sanders. Boyd leans in. No foul. Thought he was going to get a foul called instead. 54-52, Falcons leading. A foul on Jeff.
At point blank range, Davidson just 3 for 8 from the floor.
Great contest by the Dogs.
Weaver attacking in the paint, got tied up before he scooped it from his hip, and we'll see who that foul's on.
Here's Washington, the lefty on the attack. Oh, another near end one he just couldn't get.
And on the shot clock, V-Day to Johnston. Johnson against Sanders. Johnson fires up the 3. It's an air ball. Great defense from Sanders. And
shot clock down to 5. Jackson, another deep 3. Drills it! Sam Jackson. VCU, they have 18 points off turnovers tonight. Step back. Shotgun! Big shot taker. Kobe Sanders fires Nevada in front. VCU, a heave. No good! And Nevada survives. Sends it back out to MJ Collins, the 2 Virginia Tech transfers. Collins, the spin cycle, denied by Sanders. Good defense. Poked away by Love. Mismatch here. Hogard on the drive. That doesn't drop. Tapped around.
20 to shoot. Stewart, right side, Akametsu. Into the post, right side, McKeldin. Akametsu outside right against Ducell.
Outside for Court right with 12. 3. 2 to shoot.
Guarded by Sanders. Sanders in his face. No. Shot clock violation, and that is where he's Washington in foul trouble. Their top two players with 4 fouls. Trying to battle here. On the drive, his court right. Get his shot to go. And down the
Liam McNeely, who's now at UConn. Both of those guys could really score.
Oh! Crawford trying to get the lob up to Price.
Price, you an opportunity to recognize their hard work, their patience in the process.
Oh, no! Another one for Compton!
4 inches of height advantage there on Jalen Hill and took advantage. Down to 8 to shoot. Cherry tiptoeing the baseline. And that is snuck right up on Tyler Rollison. Cherry in traffic. Thunders, hoists, and hits.
Yeah, interesting, they doubled him right there.
Stanley put on the brakes. Here's Meadow with a post up against Rollison. It's not sweet down there.
It's not sweet down there. For himself.
And Terrence at Cal Poly, that's what he was. He was an excellent scorer. Speaking of an excellent scorer, there's Tyson Degenhart finishing it.
And he's gotten better throughout his college career at shot creation for himself. What a high-low look.
And great defense by Davidson that time, getting the better of Tyson Degenhart.
Davidson. And on the inside, here's Clifford, drives inside, hands to Evans, and lays it up and in. 30 to go.
As we said earlier, quite used to playing from behind. Let's see if they have another counter punch here. And they leave Collins wide open. And the smallest person on the basketball court now, he can play.
Offensive rebound. It's Buchanan. Eyes the double, tried to slip a pass.
Led by 7. Nevada has it down to 1. Guath off the catch. Nice gather by Magoon Guath.
2 consecutive.
Guath, back cut. Coleman Jones. Bird as the Aztecs share the rock. Offensive rebound. Guath, stick back. Guath gonna take it off the bounce now. Bird, back cut. Throws it in the air. Earns a trip to the free throw line. So it was
in some trouble. Cano attacking the rim. And there's Gatorezzi.
Terrific dive. Cano.
Viola sucks in the attention from the defense and finds the...
Done a great job providing a spark offensively for Nevada.
And that's part of where Nevada feels like they have a big strength test.
It's a good take from Trey Coleman. He did not have a good shooting game at Fresno State, and another backdoor cut and basket for Air Force.
Taylor cutting through the teeth of the defense, feeds inside for Mills. And Jeffrey.
Well, I mean, look, I don't like the technical foul for hanging on.
Scored yet in this game. Newton gives it up. Beautiful pass to Nesbitt. Couldn't connect. Right there is Henry. Couldn't get the chuff.
Brandon Love's going to have to take a quick seat here with 17:29 left in the second half as Bemba finds another seam, scores with the right.
Nevada caught fault
by the taller Davidson. He fires a 3 in front of Nick. It's no good. Offensive rebound though to Hunter. Hunter feeds it Posey in the paint. He turns, he shoots, he misses. Posey has his own miss. He powers back. Feeds it in front of Anderson. 10 on the timer. Anderson dribbles left side wide of the key, goes to the corner. McLean bounce pass back towards Anderson, is knocked loose by Kobe Pinks. Right side Mortal. Corner right drive. This is Jackson Posey. Jackson Posey jump pass to Posey in the key, up too strong off the window. Rebound ripped away by Davidson for Nevada.
They have no chance of coming back in this game.
Nevada's made their last 3 field goals after a scoreless drought of 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Sanders with more points than Vanderbilt has as a team. Good play there, best action of the night.
Against Love, 3 on Brandon Love for Nevada. 3 team fouls in the second half on the pack. Ball at the free throw line.
Great help by Davidson that time. Clifford a 3. It's good. This team makes over
for offensive boards.
Collins probing. First touch for Alex Crawford, puts it on the floor. Turnaround jump shot is good for the
couple of years, but it hasn't mattered. Their greatness has seeped through anyway. You just need guys to hit timely shots.
McKinney counts, and he's going to get an and one chance here. The other
at full strength. 5 to shoot. Bedford into the lane. Tough shot. And bounces off. Tracked down well from beyond the arc.
That's the story. In fact, that first game they played, Nevada and UNLV, and then right there, Henley with all the moves. You keep your pivot foot.
You bucket in over 3 minutes. Here's Clifford, drives right down the lane. He got bumped. That's Sanders. If it is, that's his third, and indeed it is. And now a little foul.
Nick Davidson, who's now hot, right? And so you basically allowed that layup to happen.
And is that a case, Casey, where you want to see him?
They just make him work here. They should be fine.
It was around the 9-minute mark as Trumbull yanks and fires a three. No good. That Fresno State
zone here for the Wolfpack. We haven't seen much of that all night. Mano goes baseline, up and under, blocked by McBride.
And setting the tone, that is important. The tone set is huge. Well, things like free throws, they can be contagious sometimes, right?
Absolutely. And
so 11 Fresno State. Morsek, the 7-footer, back in for the Bulldogs. Collins finds Amunique right of center on the perimeter, driving against Sanders. Stripped as he tried to go up with a shot. Home floor, under 8 minutes to go. Tremble thought about a three, didn't take it. Cross court, it comes to Robinson right side. He attacks the basket. Wild runner, no. Weaver tried to tip it up and in and couldn't control it. Inbound to Crawford. 15 on the shot clock as Alex holds at the top against Kobe Sanders. Fakes left, drives right, jump stop right block, shoots over him with one hand, in and out. Price kept it alive, but Sanders out of there.
Still a deficit to overcome. Martinez fading, firing, hitting, and that is a great sign for Utah State. Ian Martinez.
As a player with Indiana and Bob Knight and who he's been as a coach, one of the best in the industry, and one of these guys that's still around, as you see a lot of.
Well, that's Belic there. Newton back to Belic with 5 seconds on the clock. With Belic gets it stolen away. Good job by Davidson defensively. Gives it up to Newton. Hasn't played a lot. Newton going down the lane. It'll be a foul. Now, will that be on the floor or will that be for 2?
As well in the half court. Murphy backing down Foster. Stone Carrawell with 10 on the shot clock on the drive. Wild shot. Bounces off. Johnston has the offensive rebound. Looking to hand it off. Gets it to Murphy. Picked up by Foster. He's going to try the three. Off the back iron with that one. Rebound Porter. In the corner, Stone Carrawell. He's out of bounds.
Just dominating right now inside. I mean, their physical presence.
They're shooting 89% in the second half. They're going to win a lot of
outlets to Sanders, who cruises up the near sideline. Nevada leading 51-32. Kobe left hand dribble into the key, spins, twists twice, out for Coleman top.
Washington inbounds with 6 seconds to shoot. Iheanacho surveys in front of Sanders, takes the 3 ball. It is off iron and control in the interior. Here's the drive from Mason, traps. Cuts it down to the other side of the court. He will flip it off the last end. Washington has it. With the Wolfpack, his 6th season. Drive inside Mason. Mason no. Rebounded off the board. He's triple teams. Here's on the drive. The hoop couldn't finish. Great move to get to the basket, but couldn't fill it in. Here's the Huskies now in transition. And they lost it again. They lead 19-6. Left baseline. Short. Wilhelm gets the rebound. Up and over. Close to the basket. 7 for Sanders, 7 for Davidson. Washington on a quick drive. Mason to the back, and he will draw the foul. Free throws. That leads by 7. 57-50. 2:35 to go. Harassing defense on the outside. Washington swinging around and a travel.
Have come off Nevada turnovers.
Defense gets their offense going. Tremendous team.
And splits it, then lost it in the lane into the hands of Davidson. Very rare. Nolan, yeah, he carried it.
Keep pushing it. They're tired. Then only had like a cup of coffee rest. He played the whole first half, Claude, as you know, right?
Danny Green, the old Spur, and a number of other teams.
Yeah, I see that as Henley has the timer getting late and finishes at the rack. UNLV really working its offense to begin the second half. Henley splits the defense, lays it up and in off the window. The second
bit there to crash the glass. Nesbitt at his third collegiate stop. Began his career at Memphis. Nesbitt getting space away from Sanders and knocks down the three. Or in Nevada's game against Boise on Saturday. Again, 30 points in that effort. As Nesbitt gets a little bit of space from him. His shot is off the mark, though, and rebound.
A lot of that does have to do with the whistle. They've gotten to the free throw line in those minutes. But again, taking
action from Sanders to Love in the opening bucket to the Nevada Wolfpack. Nevada coming out in those Navy uniforms. Meanwhile, the
For Hunter Maldonado, who played at Wyoming, a massive guard who would just back guys down. That's what that reminds me of.
Davis falling down and hitting.
All right, looks to be a man-to-man defense that's being played by Nevada. And the Falcons will want to wear them down. Just keep running this offense. Make them work through picks all day long. They got even with
6 to shoot for him up top. Cardenas.
Nice defense.
Working against Sanders. Tough shot. And that's the second shot clock.
Can really rock.
Oh, it's a great home court advantage.
Boyd turns the corner.
Wow.
And one. Boyd strong to the hoop. So San Diego State has controlled the paint and forced Nevada to shoot 4 threes than they're comfortable doing. Just his 9th made 3 of the year. Boyd, that's blocked out of bounds. San Diego State
with pace, both in the half court and in transition. A lot of purposeful movement.
Allen attacks the rim with veracity.
About 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Hall with a hand in his face.
T. Himes has been at Nevada for a decade because he has been at Nevada for almost a decade. He was here in the Musselman years and still hanging on to that.
Barnes, the one-footed fadeaway. Gadaretsi got the rebound, but it was too late.
Get it. Finally did and had to shoot it twice.
That's the first basket for Nevada in more than 5 minutes of play.
That too small sign after they, that was the time to do it, and Coleman passed.
Foul call. 30th. It's 5 weeks ahead of schedule. Hogarth. Denied by Love. Chases down his miss.
Number 8 for the Broncos.
Reed's got it out wide of the circle, right with Sanders defending. 10 to shoot now for the Cats. Great move. 3 down the lane, and it's blocked out of bounds by Love.
Oh boy, he can do that, can he?
Oh. Right side, Vartiainen drives on Sanders, stops, gets a screen, pulls up from 15 and hits.
That's a
wide
tough
of the
shot.
elbow.
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
With Threet in front. It's a return handoff from Chu outside right. Threet crossover, forces up a shot near the baseline, draws a foul at 11:26.
Goes over the top of the Nevada defense. Washington 42, Nevada 40. Huskies ball. On the drive to the basket. Just went to the rim by the Wolfpack. And it's
That was a good handoff there. Clifford misses. Offensive rebound. Joppa had it ripped away by Sanders, and then Joppa commits the foul. And that's going to be free throws for...
Defense gets their offense going. Tremendous team.
And splits it, then lost it in the lane into the hands of Davidson. So Nevada runs. Here's McBride attacking. Borovic. Last 3 looks from 3.
Over 40% three-point shooter.
Washington attacks. Sanders rips it away. Nevada runs, a chance to regain the lead. Rollison for 3.
Jalen Hill and took advantage. Down to 8 to shoot. Cherry tiptoeing the baseline. And that is out of bounds. And it's going to Nevada. That was Rollison.
That time he was blocked. Terrence, this is a really... And 3 seconds on the shot clock. And ripped out of his hand, shot clock violation. And Terrence, once again, I mean...
Well, that's one R.J. Keen's.
In off the bench, he's playing well as of late. Trouble now. Mariel brings that ball down just momentarily. They rip it away. That was KJ Hines coming over to help.
At the rim, it hits you right in the face. Play long enough, you play the game of basketball long enough, it's going to happen.
Turnover here. Sanders now on the break. They give to Davidson. Finishes with the right. Davis left alone. That's a great shot for San Jose State. Just can't hit. Mariel has that one ripped. That was Sanders just taking it away from the big man.
Finds Davidson down low. Oh, look at Davidson. Pete Rose style. Love it.
Oh, Collins.
Leading to another tough bite.
Spinning. Right-handed hook shot. That is good. Look at the layup. 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds. 1 second. Stole it away. And that will be the end of half. You're talking about 13 points a game out of the lineup as Kearney almost lost the handle and turns it over. Here comes Kobe Sanders with it to Davidson. And it gets stripped away. Buffing it out with 2 minutes remaining. Marshall. The drive against Kobe Sanders and loses the handle as Sanders gets the steal.
Make a field goal, and yet UNLV still in this game.
Exactly. Right back to the big fella like before. He's getting bumped.
Cherry ripped out of there. Picked up by Sanders, who has 3 personal fouls. What begins the second half.
It's Buchanan. Eyes the double, tried to slip it past the Degenhardt off target. Nevada rips it away, and then Bailey.
One bright spot. McBride doing a nice job off the bench. Just, here we go. Nice steal.
Taken away by Sanders.
Older player on this roster, on a roster full of older guys, knows how to finish.
The turnover there, and here comes Nevada with it.
7-footer back in for the Bulldogs. Collins finds Amunique right of center on the perimeter, driving against Sanders. Stripped as he tried to go up with a shot. Sanders with a steal, ahead to Coleman. Weaver almost took that pass away. Got it back, hands off to Robinson. Now Collins has it on the left wing against Sanders. Collins tried to thread it into the paint for Price, turned it over. Davidson one-on-one with Collins.
Wow. I mean, look, I don't like the technical foul for hanging on the rim, but that one was pretty egregious right there.
On offense, Nevada in the 300s, so very contrasting styles.
Very, very contrasting, and they like to get out in transition, but offensively they set a lot of back screens, a lot of back cuts, balls.
Falslev looked to shoot, then gave it up for Gadaretsi, who's having trouble corralling it. Sanders swipes it, but then Falslev's right there playing safety. And this
the corner pocket 3 is off the side of the rim. So both teams really off to sluggish start so far. That's going to be poked away by Sanders. Sanders quickly up court, spins around, shoots it, and that misses absolutely. But that's Belic there. Newton back to Belic with 5 seconds on the clock. Belic gets it stolen away. Poked away by Sanders, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay the way.
Recruiting is this day and age, which is retention, and then they've been able to recruit talent to go with the retained players.
Turnover by the Cowboys. As Tynamo gave that one away.
On the timer, Anderson dribbles left side wide of the key, goes to the corner. McLean, bounce pass back towards Anderson, is knocked loose by Kobe, picked up by Coleman. 1-on-2, Nevada breaks, now 2-on-2. Coleman feeds the trail.
They didn't give positions. Yeah, South Dakota's hit 4 threes, but I'll give them 8 threes in a half and take away everything else, and they can have 24 points.
Kobe all the way, lays it in.
And of course, get a good look here at Johnston operating in the paint, but great help by Hines.
Johnson trying to enter it into Lewis, and they turn it over. Sanders to Coleman, Nevada into the offensive end. V-Day, not a big outside threat. Here's Johnson, shot clock is under 10. Caleb Stone Carrawell had it stripped. Sanders running the break for Nevada. Sanders to the rim.
1 for 9 in the first 4.5 minutes, Keith.
Yeah, they're taking quick early shots too, which is not usually great hustle there. Great play by Kobe Sanders.
Washington State a chance to add on to their lead. This is their largest advantage of the game. Nevada able to get a stop out of the timeout. Kobe Sanders back into the game.
The rebound, no good. And here they go again. Arturo Dean had it knocked away clean.
Kohler back of the arc. Into Chu in the post, spins through Love, goes to the baseline, then dribbles off his own foot. Loose ball, Sanders on the deck, takes it away, gives it to Davidson. Coleman.
Great defense by Love, John.
Great move to get to the basket and couldn't fill it in. Here's the Huskies now in transition. And they lost it again. Sanders driving in to Cole.